Hello, welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We're now in 5 minutes away from kickoff at the Etihad. It is Manchester City against West Ham United, and Hammers fans will be desperate for a little early Christmas present from Nuno and the 11. Before we get on to the 11, Gonzo, how is oneself?
I've got a bit of lychee stuck in my tooth, but I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, well, so actually. So. Now, for context, Gonzo doesn't actually know the starting 11. He's been a busy man this morning, so he doesn't actually know what the team is. So we're going to get an unnatural reaction from him as I read it out.
It sounds too much of a build-up. It sounds like there's something amiss.
Maybe something good.
Yeah.
There's definitely what I would class as a surprise.
Oh, I'll say.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
In goal is Alphonse Areola for the Hammers, and at right back we've got Kyle Walker-Peters. At left back we've got Ollie Scholes, or we assume that's where they'll be playing, but no, Nuno, it could be the other way around. At centre back we've got Jean-Claire Todibo with Max Kilman. And then in midfield we've got Magassa and Potts, and then try and work it out for yourself, but I assume it's Jayabone on the right, Somerville on the left, Fernandes in the 10, and Lucas Paqueta up front. But the one surprise is Max Kilman, and just for context, Mavropanos is on the bench. What's your thoughts?
I just think it's a risk. I think Mavropanos has been okay. I think we've actually defended the goal pretty damn well. And I know, people say, "Oh, Sam, what are you talking about? I can't hold on to a lead." I don't think Areola didn't have a save to make against Villa until the 68th minute or something like that. I thought we'd been okay. And even when I look at that goal, I still think it was hard to chart the goals really back to Mavropanos. I think he's been better than... That's a simplified version. I think he's been better than Max Kilman. I think Max Kilman's prone to a mistake. I don't know why. I'll tell you what this is. I'd say exactly what this is. And Scholes is playing right back, sorry, by the way. Yeah, this will be what this is. Because this is what he did. Because he switched those over. So he's got two lefties on the right, two righties on the left. I think this is what's going on. Seriously. I really hope I'm wrong. I really, really hope I'm wrong. But this is what he did. He's done this twice. He's got form for it.
Am I allowed to insert spoilers from the St. James's Park into the...
Yeah, please. Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't want a spoiler, stop listening for the next 5 seconds. There's been a goal at St. James's Park. It's now Newcastle United 2, Chelsea 2.
Palmer?
João Pedro for the goal. Sorry. Gonzo's got Cole Palmer in his club app team, so he's... And
the guy I'm facing, the guy who's against me, has got Walter Marder. And I turned down the opportunity to sign Walter Marder this morning.
Who's your goalkeeper?
Raya.
Well, Robert Sanchez just got an assist.
Oh, well, okay. It doesn't bother me.
Anyway, yeah, right. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not happy about Kilman in the team. I do wonder if he's put him in, if he's trying to, I don't know, match up the physical aspect against Haaland or something. Has he decided that's what he's going to do? He's going to put Kilman man marking Haaland and then use Todibo either side of him and try and physically get a hold of him or something. But it's making me really nervous because I don't even trust Max Kilman doing that, really. If you said to me, this is Max Kilman's role, there's probably nothing that can come out your mouth that's going to make me think, I like that, actually. That's a good idea. So I'm a little bit...
Well, I think Mavropanos is stronger and faster than Kilman anyway.
He's definitely faster. I think he's faster. It just feels a bit strange because you're right, because we didn't concede a shot on target until the 68th minute. But if you go back to the following week against Brighton, we didn't concede a shot on target until the 88th minute. So they've actually been okay. However, we've not kept a clean sheet under Nuno in 11 games, and we've conceded at least 2 goals in 7 of them. So we are definitely conceding plenty. I don't know. I don't get it. Don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is it hasn't changed. I still think we're going to lose this game. I'm not thinking, now we've put Kilman in there, we're going to lose this game. I thought we were going to lose it anyway. This just sort of makes it more likely, really, I think.
Yeah, but to be fair, there's not really an 11 he could put out. I think, we're going to win today.
No,
but
that's not.
Are you happy with the other 10?
For sure. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I would have dropped Paqueta for this one, but I understand he's not going to. And listen, every manager seems to have a favourite. The last manager's favourite was James Ward-Prowse. This manager's favourite is Paqueta, who's significantly better than James Ward-Prowse. So, there is that. Yeah. Ultimately, he hasn't had a single transfer window yet, Nuno. So, hopefully this is just not. There's not one single player that's his team. So he's taking a shine to Paqueta. He's going to play. So, yeah, I'm happy with the rest of them.
There are players, of course, that were linked to Nottingham Forest in the summer. However, you've got to try and work out if it was Nuno that wanted them or if it was Edu that wanted them. But certainly Fernandes and Magassa were strongly linked to Nottingham Forest. So maybe he does have a couple of his players. He just doesn't sign them, if that makes sense.
Sure.
You would have loved them at Nottingham Forest and you would have loved to work with them. So anyway, and the bench for West Ham always provides a bit of context. Hermansen's on the bench as well as Igor and Mavropanos, with Myers on the bench too. Then we've got Rodriguez, Irving, Kante, as well as Thomas Souček, and then Callum Wilson.
Okay. So no Earthy.
No Earthy, no Guilherme, no Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, Marshall,
no full
if he's not starting a striker, then I can understand having one striker. Yeah, no Guilherme. Yeah, no, full Krug, obviously. No Guilherme and no Earthy, I think, is the one. I mean, he's got two youngsters on the bench. It's just two academy lads in the first team. So, Earthy in particular, I think. You've got to feel sorry for Guilherme as well, who's so supposedly, I don't think they were lying. I don't think Sky Sports are lying about it, but supposedly said to Sky Sports yesterday he wants to stay and fight for his place. Well, he hasn't got a place. There's no place. He's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean his attitude's fantastic if that is true. But he's like we said last night, verbally we might not have told him he has to leave, but Nuno's telling him you have to leave because you're not getting on the bench.
He is, yeah. Well, I think he has been. Certainly, his agent has been, told to, find clubs or whatever, whichever way we've done it. Which I think is why he has said that. Which is I want to stay. I think it's remarkable, actually. Bearing in mind, just again what we spoke about last night. Bearing in mind, there's no loan plan for him. There's been no progression through the academy. Certainly be young enough to play for the academy. There's been nothing. There's no plan. We've done nothing with him. We've left him to rot. If anybody in the whole squad has got a right to say, I want to leave, it's him. It's him. Yet there he is. No, I want to prove myself and all that. Realistically, the only way he can prove himself is in training, and he's clearly trying to do that. I don't know. We don't see training, so who knows? Third manager now, he's just not getting a look in. Does make you wonder how much we do need to generate funds, whether it is that there is, there's a Brazilian club, whatever, there's some tentative talks in Portugal. Maybe there is an amount of money that has been offered, and maybe it's that. So maybe Nuno's just looking at it and saying, well, actually, I'm going to need that money. Who knows? But we know so little. Everyone's going to start theorising of what's going on. But maybe, just maybe, he is the third manager in a row that doesn't fancy Guilherme.
But even if that is the case, like Nuno thinks we need to sell him to generate funds, you should still play him.
Unless he thinks he's no good.
Yeah. But that's my point. If it is just purely the financial thing, then he should still be playing him in the meantime, because you need to get points on the board. And the bench is really disappointing. This thing with the starting 11, I'm almost not surprised, because Nuno is showing that he will try and put in a surprise. So when the 11 came out, I thought, Kilman, what? And I thought, well, I'm not that shocked by it. I was more shocked that Rodriguez started at Brighton than I am with Kilman starting today. But the bench, there's no surprises at all when I've seen it. But there is still a lot of disappointment. And in all honesty, it's quite deflating. You see the starting 11, you think, all right, it's not bad, actually. Bar Kilman, I'm happy with a little bit of that. Playing forward at the back, or we're assuming we're playing forward at the back. We've got Bowen and Somerville, Paqueta, Fernandes. It's as attacking as you're going to get from a West Ham manager away to Manchester City in terms of personnel. Not in terms of attitude, that's a different conversation. But in terms of players on the pitch, that's quite an attacking lineup. But then you glance down at the subs and it's just, Wilson, who's been playing well and has a big part to play coming up. Sure. I just struggled to see this being the game for him. Like, I just don't think it's for him. I think the striker's going to be so isolated. You're going to have to do a lot of running. And then Souček's the next most attacking player. And it's just there's no Earthy, no Guilherme, and they didn't play during the week either, so they've not played for at least a week, those players as well. So you can't even suggest it's because they played for the 21s, because it's not true. So it's just disheartening. It's disappointing.
I agree. I don't know why you'd have Rodriguez and Irving on the bench as well.
You don't need two centre backs.
No.
Well, we've got three, because Myers is a centre back as well.
Yeah. It's all wrong, isn't it? It is all wrong.
It just feels unnecessary. So you've got three centre backs, three central midfielders, and a striker on the bench, and it's just a bit. Well, there must be someone else actually. That's only 8. That's only 7.
Four central midfielders.
Who have we got? Rodriguez, Souček,
Kante. I just see Kante, didn't I?
Yeah. So 4 central midfielders. I appreciate he probably doesn't see Kante and Souček as central midfielders, but they are. He's just playing them out of position.
But this is a message to Guilherme. In many respects, see, there's no surprise there. So Guilherme, it is. Let's be fair. It's looked like he was off for a year. It took a really good. He was on his way out, and he had a really good performance against Chelsea about a year ago. And apparently that persuaded Potter. Say, no, you know what? We'll keep him. We'll keep him. But aside from that, he's looked like he's on his way out and not wanted for a year. So is it any surprise that he's not involved, or that a manager would send a message to him that you're not involved, find yourself a club? That's not a surprise. The earthy one is, because, you know, that's not just a good attitude from a player. He loves West Ham. He's a West Ham fan. And he's had far less of a chance. This is how bad it is. He's had far less of a chance than Guilherme has had. I don't know. Yeah, who said it? Keanu Eves, which is an excellent name, said about Guilherme getting 45 minutes against Bournemouth. But he made the point the conditions were horrendous. They were horrendous down in Bournemouth that day. Absolutely torrential, you know. Just difficult for anyone to kick a ball, particularly. But it was worse in the first half, which the half he played as well. So, yeah, I feel for Earthy. I really do.
I think it's just because I struggle to. Obviously, I'm not a manager of any sort, never mind the Premier League one. But I think if I was a manager, I'd always want to have balance on my bench. I'd always want to have players that can replace like-minded players to some extent on the pitch. And I'd always consider, if Bowen gets injured, what would I do? And I'd look at the 9 I've written down there and go, oh, I don't know, actually. I'm probably going to put Kante on right wing. I don't really want to do that. So let's reshuffle. Let's reconsider my bench options here. And even if I looked at Guilherme and thought, you know what, I don't think he's good enough, I think I'd prioritise having a balanced bench over it. And he's not terrible. We aren't wanting to see someone dreadful. And I think there's just no one's given up on him yet, because there's literally zero desire to see James Ward-Prowse on the bench from anyone. Nothing. For the reason, which is we don't want to see him. We don't want to see him get a chance, etc. And we have given up on him. But anyway, that's the starting 11. That's the West Ham bench. Shall we discuss the Manchester City team?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
In goal is Donnarumma, with the back four Nunez, Diaz, Gvardiol and O'Reilly, with a midfield three of Silva, Gonzalez and Reinders, with Cherki and Foden playing behind Erling Haaland. There's your Manchester City starting 11.
Yeah. I'd watch that team if they weren't playing West Ham, honestly.
How long can you watch them for?
The whole team? 25 minutes. 25 minutes whilst I was doing stuff in the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you might have to watch them play it around for 95 minutes
That's true. Yeah. Well, yeah, 90. I do alluding to 100 minutes more. Have you noticed that? A lot of them have stopped saying 90 minutes. Sort of saying, really, I need the 98 minutes, 100 minutes of the game. But they're saying it before the game now. Nuno said it during the week. I think he mentioned 100 minutes. 100 minutes. Yeah. This is.
I think it's because the way football is, and the way football's so much more data-led as well. I'd imagine Nuno gets feedback from,
of course,
basically a mathematician on a Monday morning who sits down and says, here's all the numbers from the game, here's all the stats, this is everything you need to know. And then imagine they say, oh, such and such played 99 minutes or whatever, and this is the condition of him. So I'd imagine they're getting fed a lot more numerical stuff than they were previously. What are you giggling at?
Now, I should. He says, I think JWP is still licked in the back of Gonzo's van. I'm not Graham Potter, I'll have you know. Obviously, Wayne meant locked.
I prefer licked.
Well, so right, yeah, but it's not. But it's not me. It's Potter in the back of that.
Yeah, you've been licking James Ward-Prowse.
I definitely haven't. I definitely haven't. No way. Tillemans maybe.
Possibly. Right, the Manchester City bench, for anyone remotely interested, if anything, it only makes it look even worse for West Ham. On the bench, we've got Trafford and Ake. We've also got Savinho and Kusanov. Gray is on the bench alongside Mikasa. We've also got Lewis Heskey and this is a funny name. Mfuni. Mifuni.
Funny. I'm sorry. There's no need for that.
So just to recap, the bench for Man City is Trafford, Ake, Savinho, Kusanov, Gray, Mikasa, Lewis, Heskey, and Maifani.
There's your there's your phrase that pays. Maifani coming on.
Maifani's coming on. Hopefully it's not raining, because if it's raining, do you know what that would be?
A wet fanny.
Maifani is wet.
Thank you. Oh dear! Well, don't forget to subscribe and all that.
To be fair, if you were a female Man City fan looking at the two lineups, your fanny's probably wet as well. Thinking, hello, we're having a bit of this. I'm looking forward to this game.
It's grinders that's worrying me.
Right, the bench. Let's get back on track a little bit for 5 minutes. Myself and Gonzo are going to put a little bet together, and if this bit wins, someone will win the money. What are you fancying, Gonzo?
Well, I think we should probably try and predict the score. Look, we could predict a West Ham win. I just don't think it's going to happen. Nobody in the chat's going to think it's going to happen. You don't think it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's also 10-1, so if you were to put a tenner on that, do you know what that means? You lose a tenner.
That's good. There you go.
You were way to answer me honestly there.
I was going to do mathematics. Yeah, no, we'll. I think let's try and predict the score for Man City.
Right. Okay.
All right, and then one of their wrong, and we're a West Ham channel, but I think that might be the best. Sorry, I just read Tommy's thing. Everyone's posting stuff now.
Yeah, the odds are short. I mean, I think it's like 1-4 for Haaland to score or get an assist, which is, if you put a tenner on, you get $12.50 back, right? It's not.
Of course. But if we were to do something along the lines of, I noticed Joan a minute ago said Paqueta to score. If we were to do something like 4-1 Manchester City and Paqueta to score, actually, no, we wanted a City player to score, don't we?
What we're fancying then?
I just told you.
4-1 with Paqueta to score.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'd pick a Man City because that's really tough. Well, listen. Why don't you let the old folks in the chat pick the scoreline?
Well, they're all picking 5-0 and 6-0.
Well,
they're picking my fanny to get a pounding.
Sorry, I snorted like a pig. Oh my goodness. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, welcome to Hammer's Chat. We take this serious.
Right, okay. Tommy Pommy said, look, 3-1. Do we think... so Danny's actually saying 4-1 does sound sensible. I think... I don't know. I think you pick one and then Beef Turkey to score.
Yeah, so what you wanting? 3-1 in Turkey to score?
4-1, and unless someone... Yeah, I think it's a guess.
4-1 Turkey to score. Right, let me pop that. Or shall we do Haaland to score twice? If they're scoring 4.
Yeah, go on then. That's good, yeah.
Well, that'll do. £5, 150 quid back. Right, if this bet wins, we only need 2 things, but it's a big ask. Man City to win 4-1. And Haaland score at least 2 of those. If that bet wins, someone wins 150 quid. To enter, I'm dreading this. To enter in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
My fanny in the box.
I think. Get that in to the live chat. Live chat. And it's spelled like this, okay? This is how you spell it. Brilliant.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
There you
Oh
go.
dear!
Thank you, Malcolm.
This is the best bit of the match. This is as good as it gets. This is the most fun I'm going to have all day.
Yeah, I hope he comes on.
What's going on with Malcolm's? What is that? His knee?
It's a tattoo, yeah.
Of what?
I think it's his calf.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm guessing. I think it's his calf.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It would be, but yeah, the knee would be more wrinkly.
He's got a big calf.
Like my fanny, but sorry.
He's got a big calf.
He's got a big calf, Malcolm. Oh dear.
You can tell we get like this.
When we've got no chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the only other time I remember this is before we played. I think it was Blackburn, but it was in the cup, and there was no radio coverage or a stream, so we did the build-up show, and then we had to turn it off, and we spent the entire time trying to guess your girlfriend's name.
That's true. And they beat us. That Chilean winger from Stoke scored.
Yeah, Benetton Diaz.
That's it.
Ben Benetton Diaz scored.
Yeah. Chilean winger from Stoke. Hey, so these are strange times.
Anyway, although it feels like we're writing the game off, Gonzo, West Ham can't afford to. So, do you have any hope we can get something?
No, I don't. I really don't. I can't. No, and I would love to be positive, and I'd love to try and say something. I just cannot. I cannot. No, I cannot see a single way that we can possibly win this game. Well, I can. I get it. Keep it tight at the back. Maybe get a goal from a counter attack. I get it. I get what I guess in Nuno's head the plan is.
Don't think
we've got the players to do it.
How do you think he's going to line up further up the pitch?
Further up the pitch.
Yeah, is he going to have Somerville up front? What do you think? Paqueta up front as a false nine, Somerville and Bourne out wide. What do you think he's going to do?
I think it'll look much like the previous game actually, but I just think you'll see. I think you'll see Scholes at right back, and I think you'll see Dubry Watson at left back, and I think you'll see the centre back switched around as well. Which I haven't got a problem with Todibo. He's played better since he's done that. So not everything Nuno's done has been bad, but I don't like Scholes at right back. I guess I will. The thing is, I would breathe a little sigh of relief if I saw Scholes at left back, but not enough of a relief to think, oh, that's good. He's in position. We're going to win now. I do think it doesn't really matter how we jumble this.
I do actually think City will be quite narrow today. I do think looking at the City team, they don't have a winger in the side. Savino is on the bench, obviously, and Doku's injured. So Cherki and Foden's going to want to get close to Haaland in what you would term as the half space. I think Reinders is going to get up as much as he can and try and, if anything, go ahead of Cherki and Foden become a second striker. I think he's going to cause us problems. And I think whichever centre-back doesn't have Haaland at any point, they're really going to have their head on a swivel today, because that midfielders will pop up in between the centre-backs and the full-backs, and it's going to be difficult. And I can actually see us having to defend quite narrow. I can easily see a scenario where Scholes and Walker Peters are very close to the centre-backs, and we are quite a compact back four today, because that is a narrow City team. And even with O'Reilly and Nunez, they're not really... Like if I say to you, the fullback gets forward really well, you sort of imagine Kirkes bombing down that left on the overlap, getting crosses in. They don't really do that. They're more... They come in, not helpful.
Oh, Mafani again.
Yeah. They tend to play 10 yards.
Inverted
fullbacks, thank you. That's the polite way of saying it. They play as inverted fullbacks. Both of them can as well. Nunez will maybe be a little bit wider, but O'Reilly certainly will be popping up in the middle of the pitch quite a lot today as well. So you might see, because City can be very, very, very patient, and so patient it can be a bit boring to watch, but it's very pass. I don't think we will get anything today, but I have to say that Nuno's record against Pep gave me a little tiny glimmer of hope. It wasn't as bad.
Tell him what it is.
Well, now you're asking me to remember here. What was it? Played 12. Nuno has faced Guardiola more times than any other manager. played 12, won 4, drew 1, lost 7. However, Pep's points per game against Nuno was 1.83, which in Arteta is 1.8. Thomas Tuchel is 1.83. So he's in quite
favourable.
Yeah, he was in good company in terms of how managers have got on against Pep Guardiola. It wasn't bad. I just don't know about this one. I wonder, and I don't know if it's because it's what I would do, I wonder if Somerville's going to be up front tonight and he's going to put Paqueta on the left. Yeah, I think he might go for something like that and just try and get the pace, because it's him, up front and just go long, just go direct and try and hit it long out wide and get Somerville running against Diaz and Gvardiol. I don't know. He's going to have to come up with a master plan. But look, Leeds United scored 2 against them at the Etihad and we're 2 minutes away from getting a point, right? So you can get something. It's just difficult.
Yeah, mate. Listen, someone will beat City, of course. I just don't think we're the team to do it. That's all. You know, we're such a, you know, they're in form. We're not. We're the ideal team to rock up there. We really are. You mentioned Wolves earlier on. Wolves have obviously got their game today. I think Wolves will give them a tougher game than we possibly would. I've got to say that's how bad I think it is. Right,
we'll turn to live chat for 5 minutes, 10 minutes before we say goodbye to Gonzo. So please get your thoughts in regards to the game. Johnny says, "Come on, we can do this. It's just 11 men against 11 men." And then I woke up. No. Avid said, "This is one of those games where we need to go for it. If we get something great, but we aren't expecting to, but we do need to protect our goal difference a little bit." And
yeah, we're very familiar with this, aren't we? We did this for a long time.
Yeah. Adam saying we should be able to get City's fullbacks. That's their, and just for anyone that's not looking, weak is in quotation marks, spot. Kevin said, "I'm not going to be disappointed this weekend as I know what's going to happen."
Yeah, I would agree with that, by the way. I am expecting to lose. That's why I'm not... Okay, Kilman's in there. I was expecting to lose anyway. I'll be very, very worried if we get to the next load of games and then we're still bad. I'll be even more worried if we get a couple of players in and then it's still like this. Then it's just all... You know, I think it's mostly over anyway, but I think it'll all be over then.
100%. Baz is saying, "Sorry, but Scarles is not the answer." Dean saying City can go top as well. Massive incentive to smash the goals past us as well. Point. Sadly, Brad saying we're not going to get past the halfway line. Burnett, that's not Burnett. Burnett said, "I worry about the impact on our goal difference." Keanu saying, "Wasn't Divine Mikasa one of ours too?" He was, but you're not allowed to name examples of players that leave the academy and go on to potentially do well because people don't like it. People say, no one's ever left the academy and gone on doing well. But it only takes one, and if Mikasa goes on and makes it at Man City, then you've got your evidence. And granted, we didn't release him. We wanted to keep him.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing, which is we were unable to retain our best young talent.
It's also not true.
What?
Well, John Terry was in our academy. Liam Ridgewell had a really good career. Junior Stanislas had a really good career.
Consat Villa was in our academy as well.
Sorry?
Consat Villa.
Yeah.
So there's
what's his name? Kieran Richardson, but you know, did well at Man United. It's not true. Liam Britton, we let him. He came back and played well for Swansea for a while. It's not true that everyone we've let go has not gone on to make it. And there are others as well that are escaping. That's just not. It's you hear it a lot. It's not true. Tony Adams was in our academy as well. Terrible.
Josh Shane, I know this has nothing to do with West Ham, but house subs in the 70th minute were Barnes, Wissa and Alanga. Sad that we've got no depth. Yeah, I agree with that.
What was the score there, by the way?
It's still 2-2, but there's 2 minutes of stoppage time to go, and I've been trying to not watch it, but up until when I started doing this video, it was a great game, and it looks like it's continued to be a great game. And someone in the live chat said it was a mental game. I thought, don't say that, because I've only got half an eye on it at the minute. Lee saying, "I guarantee Leeds will win at Palace today." Well, you're wrong, but that's only because the game's not at Palace. Brent saying this game can go sideways quickly. Scars are not Premier League level and Kilman's a train wreck. 3 or 4-0 by half-time.
Yeah.
A6 say we've got to score first or we're not getting anything at all. Basement saying after his first 11 games, Nuno's got the same points as Potter and 3 less than Lopetegui. If we'd start the season with him, do you think we'd be gone by now?
I don't think he's worse than them. I think he is. Yeah, I mean, this is really bad to think that all this is down to we're not in this position because of Nuno. Listen, I think he's okay. I think he is better. I certainly think he's better than Potter. Here's the thing. I think we might have been better off if we'd have stuck with Lopetegui. Not that I think he's any good. This just comes down to recruitment. It comes down to how to close and run. The appointment of Lopetegui and the appointment of Potter has killed us. That's what those two things have done. And now we've said to Nuno's not had a single transfer window yet. And listen, I hate it when he does this stuff. I hate it when he tinkers around. But make no mistake about it. I'll tell you what, I think if Potter had stayed in place, we wouldn't have got the back-to-back wins we got under Nuno. Don't think that happens at all.
Yeah, what I would say in response to that is Nuno's not had a pre-season. And that Brentford and Leeds games, which I'm still not over, and I don't think I will get over until I think we need to stay up for me to get over them. I'm not sure those would have happened if he'd had pre-season and he would have done what he'd done, because he arrived and there was immediately an international break and he started trying to do stuff with those he had on the training ground, and I think that was his biggest problem. I think had he come in after an international break, I don't think he would have done what he did against Brentford and Leeds. I think he would have maybe what we've got now. I think we'd have had much sooner in the season had we had Nuno from the start. I've got no evidence of that, of course, but I do believe that if Nuno had been in, we might have seen this midfield of Potts, Magassa, and Fernandes pretty much from the first game of the season. We would have, and obviously Somerville was injured, but I do think we would have seen something completely different. And also, weirdly, we would have seen Callum Wilson from the start of the season, which is not something I wanted. But under Nuno, Wilson's been good. Wilson scored goals, so we might have had a goal scorer from the start of the season, whereas we were, trying to wedge Fulks again.
Yeah. Well, I just think we'd have different players as well. I think this would be the case. If you look at Nuno's team at Forest, it's about pace. Now, listen, we won't know until we get January out of the way. But if what we find in January that Nuno brings in 3 quick players, we don't not have a team for playing counter-attacking football. That's the other thing as well. He's not. He is playing with Potter. I'd say his players. He's playing with Potter's players. He's playing with Lopetegui's players. He's playing with Steiten's players. He's playing with David Sullivan's players. He's playing with Walthouse. You that one? Salthouse's players.
Macmillan Hand. Don't forget him. He's got Magassa in.
Yeah, of course he did. All the good ones. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's an absolute mishmash. I think absolute thankless. I'm surprised he took the job. Do I think Nuno's brilliant? No, I think he's a bit of a boring manager. I'm surprised he tinkers more than I thought. But it's like Tony said earlier on in the chat. He is the best we could possibly hope to get at the moment. Yeah. And if anybody thinks us getting rid of Nuno, well, I'll tell you what your problem is. David Sullivan's going to pick the next manager.
You need to stop falling for that IndyCar bloody stuff.
What's that?
Where he's the one that keeps saying that Nuno's under pressure.
Yeah, he's not under pressure.
It's like a professional troll.
He is. He's a professional troll. He's not under pressure.
Maybe you keep biting.
Who?
You keep going to verify the information.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't believe it, but it's not me to believe. That's not why I do it. It's because other people believe it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just winding you up. Gonzo, you can answer this one. You should know the answer by now. Can Major change his pitching prediction to West Ham to win 1-0 and Wilson to score first?
He's before the kickoff. He's got to do it before the kickoff. He's got to go back and he's got to change it, but he can't change it after.
Yeah, but what else has he got to do?
Go on.
Delete your original prediction and put a new prediction on. So delete your original prediction, Major, and then submit your new prediction. As long as it's before kickoff, you're all right. But you've got to delete the other one, because if you've got 2 predictions, we don't count either of them. We don't count either of them. Anyway, we're not having a little bit of that. Ray, thank you for the £5 super chat. And there's no adverts. Thanks to the super chat, there's no adverts on this video, and that pays for the bet myself and Gons have done. So Ray says, if we got Ruben Amorim as manager, do you think he would have had a better experience in the Premier League, and would we be doing better?
Hello, Raymondo. No, I just can't get past the ownership. They would not have backed him with his own players. I'm not even sure if Amorim getting his own players would have worked anyway, but he would have had this mismatch as well. He would have found that halfway through his term, he would have found that Tim Stuyton would have been sacked, and then someone else would have been appointed. This is.
I think Amorim would have been sacked by now.
Amorim would have been sacked by now. The whole thing is a complete and utter mess because the ownership are playing football manager with a club, and this is what's going. This is Ron Nodes. Honestly, this is Ron Nodes light. That's what's going on at the top of the club. And if you don't, Ron Nodes, former chairman of Crystal Palace, who actually eventually, I'm not talking. It's not like going back 100 years. I can remember this happening. Appointed himself as manager. This is what we're dealing with.
Yeah,
not quite as bad as that, but that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I think. Weirdly, I think Sullivan can breathe a sigh of relief that Amorim's been crap at Man U, because had Amorim gone there and been a success, I think the anger would have been even more. Which is, Stadium got this guy on a plane to come meet you, and you ballsed it up.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
And now look how good he is. And I think the fact that he's gone to Man U and done rubbish, I think Sullivan can be sat there going, thank God for that, because Lopetegui was actually better than Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
So between the two, you could argue that Sullivan got it right, which feels like a bit ridiculous and a bit silly. But no, I think Amorim would have got sacked very quickly at West Ham. I think we would have got battered every single game because they've got a Bruno Fernandes. We don't.
No.
So yeah, that's not a good one. Anyway, a few people were enjoying our appearance on West Ham Fan TV last night, Gonzo.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
It was good. It was fun.
A bit of moonlighting.
Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Was good.
It's always different being in the hot seat, but it was good.
Yeah. Good fun. I was in my same seat, to be fair. Unless you just change your chair to go on someone else's channel, right?
Yeah. Anyway, right, before you disappear in the preview, what did you say, 3-1?
3-0, I think.
3-0?
Yeah, pretty sure, yeah.
Are you sticking with it?
I'll stick with it, yeah.
Do you have it? Who is your sort of key man for West Ham today?
Well, I would have said Magassa, because I'm really... Listen, there's nothing like... I'm going to enjoy watching him play. I think that the key man is... The key man's Nuno, really. What's he going to do with those fullbacks? Well, no, everyone's going to watch on it. First 5 seconds of the game. Right, okay, where is he? So the fullbacks thing, the key man's Kilman, really. Yeah, well, funny enough, Irons TV just said Areola key man. He probably is. Yeah. I do think we will have an attack or two. We just don't have the pace to counterattack accurately, counterattack quickly enough, and to really hurt them, so they can keep a high line. They haven't got anything to worry about, really. And don't get me wrong, I think Somerville is quick, he's nippy. I doubt Somerville's in the top 20 fastest players in the Premier League, though. So yeah, we just don't have the pace to deal with them, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I would have gone for Somerville, because I think if we are going to have any chance of something and offensively, I think it's going to possibly come down to Somerville and his pace. I don't think he'll necessarily be the finisher or the one that takes it. It's probably going to be Bowen, but I think Somerville might be the guy that gets us from our box to their box and hopefully causes their defence a little bit of bother. You never know. I'll tell you what, though, Somerville can score today, even if we got beat. If Somerville could score today, I think that could change him for the Fulham game. I think you'd see a different one. And I think there's a lot. I think the general perception here is we're going to get beat, but if we can put in a good performance and we can come with some positives out of the game, so we're going to that Fulham one, feeling like we're going to get the win, that's okay. And I would be inclined to agree with that as well. But you never know. I think the disappointing thing is the old West Ham. I would have fancied us today. You know, I remember under Slab, I remember going there and winning 2-1, Victor Moses scoring from outside the box and stuff like that. But it's just, I don't know. It'd be nice to have that hope back a little bit. So we'll wait and see. But anyway, Gonzo, thank you very much.
Nice one. Enjoy, everybody. Enjoy. I'll catch you later.
Thank you very much. Right, Gonzo will be back on the Fulham channel after the game. That's him gone. It's just me and you now. Right, let me get rid of that because I don't need that anymore because Gonzo's disappeared. And let me get rid of that because I don't need that loaded up. Let me just get my other ear in. Give me a second. Terry says, me and Gonzo are speaking rubbish because we're going to get slaughtered. Gonzo just said we're ready to get beat 3-0. Like, what? What do you want? What have you been listening to? I feel like we've been sat here saying we're going to get beat comfortably and we don't have a chance. Have me and Gonzo been speaking a different language? I don't know. Anyway, right. 1 second, let me get loaded up. Let me see if I can get my West Ham game on, get it ready to rock and roll. Hopefully. Right then. Browse. I'll have a little bit of Premier League if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Oh, there we go. Premier League. Man City, West Ham. I would like to watch that game. 23 minutes till kickoff. Right then. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining me. Please do drop a like on the video and also subscribe to Hammers Chat. And I've got to say a massive thank you to some of you. A couple of weeks ago, a couple of people popped a £5 in and said, get Grace something for Christmas. So I said I would. And I said I'd prove it. I'll come to prove it. So thank you to those who said get Grace a Christmas present. This is for Grace's Christmas. Look at that. Again, I get her practicing early. The new, I don't know, Mary Earps. What's the other girl? The other one's name? The new one. I can't remember her name. There you go. So I'm going to get this wrapped up. I'm ignoring the fact it says 3. That doesn't matter. As soon as she can stand on her own, she's going in the sticks. I'm getting her trained. But anyway, I'm going to get this wrapped up. I've got my tag here ready to go. To Grace from Hammers Chat subscribers, from a couple of Hammers Chat subscribers. There you go. Hannah Hampton, that's it. Thank you. I couldn't recall her name. Anyway, thank you very much. I just wanted to say thank you. I wanted to prove it. I wanted to prove that I've actually got something. Joe says he's got that for their little one. Yeah, it's from Aldi. Damn right it is, Joe. Aldi, I don't know, what was it, a month ago maybe? Just loads of bluey stuff. And so we've stacked up on all the bluey stuff. She's got nothing but bluey. The problem is we've messed up. So the Christmas tree went up. And she didn't go near the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree was intact. Until we made a mistake. We got a bluey and a bingo. Bingo's from bluey. We got a bluey and a bingo, like bauble type of thing. And we hung them on the tree. So she could see bluey. You can imagine what happened next, can't you? The hand went out towards Bluey. She wanted Bluey off the tree. Grabbed a hold of Bluey. Luckily, my reactions are a bit like Alfonso Areola. So I was able to get in there and intercept before that tree came down. But I could just see what was happening. And she grabbed a hold of it. And unfortunately, Bluey was quite far back on the branch as well. So it would have just come off. The whole thing would have come down on her. So, yeah, Bluey and Bingos had to be moved on the Christmas tree, so it's not in eyesight of Grace. Anyway, Iron Disciple, thank you very much for the $5. Saying popping a £5 in for an after-game liberation for me. Thank you. We're having a chippy tea tonight because she's off for her quarterly. She goes to the hairdressers about, I don't know, 3-4 times a year. But it's a big deal. She's gone for like hours to get her hair done, dyed, cut, whatever else it is. She's there for like 2 hours. And so by the time she gets back, it's going to be quite late. So she's getting us a chippy tea. Brian saying, if we win, will you call Susan Sue for Christmas? Will it hell? But thank you for the support, Brian. Brian as well saying, my aunt, my Fanny. Thank you very much. And Gordon for the $10. Thank you to you guys. There's no adverts on this video. There is an advert when you click on it, but when you're in it, no more adverts. Also to Mike saying, for the love of God, why is Irving, Suchek and Speedo on the bench and no Earthy? Manpanos out for Kilman. Honestly, I don't think Mike's looking forward to the game too much. Also to Harry saying, Merry Christmas to both of you. Thanks for this year. Thank you very much for £2 super chat and your support as always, Harry, and also GP. Gonzo dressed as Santa, emptying his sacks all over me. GP, you're a good one. I always appreciate your comments, GP. They do make me smile. Anyway, get your comments into the live chat. Let me know what you're thinking. 20 minutes till kickoff at the Etihad. Iron Disciple saying her missus takes a whole day. Chippy Tuesday over. Yeah, it does. does take a long time. It's an event. It's like an event for her to go get her hair done. So obviously it was like, hey, what are you doing this Saturday? It's like, are you working? I was like, yeah, I am. And her haircut's at 3:45. So I was like, oh, well. So Grace is off to Susan's. Anyone that watched Breakfast Show, Grace is off to Susan's for the afternoon. And then Mrs. Gio is going to return with a chippy tea for us both so we can watch the football. And a bit of chippy tea. And then she's going to go collect Grace while I continue to watch the football. That's our afternoon. Oh my God, Steve, what? Stevie, his wife had half and half, grey and pink, dye cut, 6 hours, and 550 quid. £550 for a haircut. What? Did she catch a flight to go to the hairdressers? Where did she go? 550 quid. No. Chris, I got it from Aldi. Aldi had a lot of bluey stuff. They had quite a bit of bluey stuff. At decent enough prices. I don't know if there's I don't think it's exclusive to Aldi, so you should be able to just get it on the internet, I'd imagine. But that's what it looks like, Chris, if you want to just take a screenshot or something so you can go search for it on the internet. Bluey pop-up football goal. I'd imagine you'll find. I'm sure there's probably a couple of a couple of subscribers looking for it for you already. Anyway, indoor and outdoor. So Christmas Day is getting put up in the living room, and then in the summer, it's going outside in the back garden. And Paul saying, I've never been happy to go out when football is on. Unfortunately, I think today will be like watching Set Fire to Your Local. Possibly. But we can struggle together, right? Avid sister-in-law's a hairdresser. It's crazy how long some of her appointments go on for. Meanwhile, I get my hair cut by her in like 20 minutes. Yeah, men's is a 15, 20-minute job, isn't it? To be fair, mine would be quicker. We didn't natter so much. She does... It can sometimes take a bit longer than it needs to because she'll be cutting and then she'll start speaking. And when I'm replying to her, which concerns me, she always stops when I'm speaking, not when she's speaking. So she's cutting while talking. And then I'll speak and she'll get her scissors and she'll look in the mirror and be like, oh. And she'll listen to what I'm saying, but she'll stop cutting while I'm talking. Anyway. And I know she's capable of multitasking because she does it fine when she's wanting to speak. Johnny's is the same. 1 week it's nails, then it's lashes, then it's extortionate spending money on her hair. Luckily, Lauren doesn't do much nails and stuff. She's not that bad. It's just the hair is the big one. Lavorto saying half grey, half pink, as in half the head grey, another half pink. I assumed it was half and half down the middle. Stevie, you're gonna have to let us know. Is that what it is? Like this half grey and that half pink, right? That's why I imagined it. Or is it like grey with pink tips? I don't know. I need to know now. I was okay until you've asked that question. Anyway, Jordan saying normally Nuno gives players a game to see whether he will use them again. Done it with Guilherme and others. I reckon he's starting Kilman to decide transfer window deals. Michael saying I love West Ham, but I've triple captained Haaland for this one. I triple captained against Leeds, and I think he had like one shot on target, and that was it. Phil saying, what happened to Palace? Did they play on the 23s? Yeah, they've already named their starting 11. Crystal Palace, and it's the strongest. They're obviously missing a couple of players like Munoz and Sarr, but it's as strong as it can be, minus those players. So they've got Henderson in goal. They've got the back three of Richards, Lacroix, Gay, Klein, Hughes, Wharton, I think, Mitchell, Pino, Nketiah, Mateta. There you go. That's the starting 11. And Stevie's saying I'm right. It is literally half grey, half pink. So there you go, Lavordo. That's how it goes. Hammer time. My wife went for a haircut years ago. She came out looking like she'd been scalped by a red Indian. Hair colour like a pigeon took a poo at €170. She never went. I don't blame her for not going again. Peter saying, I remember back in the days of a cut and blow was something totally different. Hey. It's pre-9 a.m. Jordan saying, Haaland usually slams us more goals against us than any other team. Yeah, he loves playing us. He's got more goals against us than games. Just ridiculous. Sam saying Souček header in a 3-1 City win. Unfortunately, I got excited when it said Souček header in 3-1. Dean got his hair cut yesterday. £9. Traditional barber gone to for 12 years. 550 quid. What she didn't tell him, 450 of it was on a pair of shoes. Dean is a bit worried. Yet again, we're not starting a game without a recognised striker. Bowen's position is not best at number 9. Paqueta shouldn't be starting. I imagine Paqueta's the false 9, Dean. I think that's maybe what it is. I did wonder if it's Somerville, but I think it's because I'd prefer it to be Somerville. Mackie Bick saying Nuno is terrible. How has he not realised that Kilman is not good enough yet and he needs to go? Gary saying, do you think City gets a man sent off, let's say around 20 minutes, 0-0, we still lose? Maybe not. The one thing we do have that's good, the reason I don't think we'll get battered is City have got a game in the Carabao Cup, haven't they? Who's that against? I can't remember. They play Nottingham Forest soon, but I think that's in the league. They play someone in the Carabao Cup, I think, on Tuesday. So there's a little bit of a quick turnaround for Man City. So I wouldn't be surprised if City went 2-0 up. I wouldn't be surprised if he took Haaland and Foden off to keep him for that game. Maybe they don't have a game. What am I talking about? Because they beat Brentford, did they? Why did I think they've got a game this week? Ignore me. I'm making stuff up. It's Nottingham Forest next week. Forget it. That whole last minute is invalid. They play the next time they play is next weekend. Scrap that. Don't know why I thought they were playing soon. Don't know. Johnny's saying, I don't think Nuno has much option today, losing a few defenders. He's not got it wrong, have they? His defence, it's Kilman or Mavropanos. He's obviously gone for Kilman. I think I'd prefer Mavropanos, but the rest of the team, maybe he could play Wilson up front, but I think the striker in this team's going to struggle. Scott's a bit like myself. Somerville's a striker could cause these centre-backs problems. They're not rapid. I'm glad it's not just me, Scott. I always like it when I see something silly like that. And you don't mind it. Yeah, Darren, I know Arsenal play Palace, but for some reason I thought Man City was playing. I don't know why. Do not know why I thought City were playing. It's because of Pep Guardiola. Well, it is actually. I do know why. It's because of Pep Guardiola. I listened to his press conference and he was talking about the quick turnaround of games from West Ham to Nottingham Forest and then Sunderland. So it made me assume incorrectly they were playing Nottingham Forest like before Christmas. Because I don't consider this a quick turnaround. It's a week between games. It's perfectly fine. Anyway, I've been scammed. Hopefully Nuno didn't do what I did. Chippy said Paqueta's going to be twerking for Pep so hard he's going to put his hip out. A lot of people in the preview were saying something similar, which is Paqueta always plays well against Manchester City for obvious reasons, and they think that he has to start today and he's going to play well. So maybe. Stevie's saying, if anyone's out and about in commentary later, I'm doing a gig at the Arches. That's good. What's the band called? I'm assuming you're in a band. Or is it just you? Let us know, Stevie. We require more information. And also, is your wife with her half grey, half pink hair going? Disciple saying, hey, when he does that, don't sit. Haaland scored a goal. Moon the audience, forget Palace. Graham saying, maybe City will get all struck down food poisoning after a dodgy prawn cocktail and will only lose 1-0. We'd still lose 3-0. GK saying, Bluey's the best kids programme. Even he and the missus love it. Do you know something? I don't mind it. I will confess, I don't mind it. My first daughter, who's 15, loved Peppa Pig. And I couldn't stand it. It drove me mad. I just couldn't stand Peppa Pig whatsoever. And Bluey wasn't about back then. So Bluey's like a new thing for me. So it's been on. And actually, I think it's quite good. I think it sort of teaches good things. I think it's almost quite funny, to be fair. I like the dad. I do like the dad in Bluey. There's been 1 or 2 episodes. It's a bit silly, but I'm not against it. I have to say that. Michael saying, I feel like we haven't been to City in so long. Can I remember? Yeah, 2015. I mentioned it earlier. Understaffing Village. Well, I'm talking about at the Etihad, though. Have we beaten them at home since then? I don't think so. But I remember beating them at the Etihad in 2015 with Victor Moses scoring from outside the box. I think it was that old down low to Joe Hart's left-hand side. I don't know. Was it Sacco? Was Sacco the... Did he get the other one? Last day saying Paqueta in the shop window today, watching play a blinder all of a sudden. The Wiggles for our kids when they were young. Pierre saying Bluey's dad was Father of the Year in Australia last year. What? You can't have that. The cartoon won Hammer of the Year. Hammer of the Year. Maybe it will. Maybe a cartoon will win Hammer of the Year this season. But a cartoon won Father of the Year. That's not right, is it? Do you know the worst thing? I bet there's like single dads out there. They're probably like that. They're a widow. They've had real trauma in their life. They've lost their wife. They've lost the mother to the kids. He's doing his utmost every single day to get by. He's bringing his kids up really. I bet there's some incredible dads in Australia, and they get beaten by a cartoon. Nah, I'm not having that. That's just, I say unfair. It's not even, it's beyond unfair. Sam saying if we carry on with no wins in next month, we have to go and get Slaven Bilic. Barry saying Bluey's a great show. I watch with my kids. And you mean Bandit, the dad? He's definitely me. Oh, yeah, Bandit. That's his name. I was trying to think of his name off the top of my head, but for some reason I kept thinking of Blizzard, and I knew it's not Blizzard. Pepper saying my daughter said I was like Bandit, and it's probably the best thing she's ever said to me. Bandit, I love Bandit as well. Michael saying this is a game for Paqueta and Somerville to finally step up and do something special today for us to get anything. We need some end product. Shep saying Lazy Town was the best for kids and adults, even went to live shows. I've stayed away from it. Paul saying watch every episode, you'll agree with Australia after finale. I've not watched it all because a lot of it's on Disney and we don't have Disney. I know it's only a $5 a month, but it's one subscription too many. I'll get it eventually when she's a bit older and she can start watching, I don't know, The Lion King and stuff. Then we'll get Disney TV. But at the minute, some of them are on the BBC app, which we can watch, but some of them are on Disney, so we can't watch them all, I'm afraid, Paul. But I've watched the ones on the BBC like 3 times. Malcolm saying, go back to Catherine's comment. Catherine, where are you? You might have to repost it, Catherine. It can be. Catherine said, I would like my family to have a great weekend, but not today. Now I see why Malcolm wanted me to go click on it. Malcolm, you dirty dog. That's funny. I do like that one. Barry saying Bluey's a show as adults we can relate to. It's funny. I'm glad there's a bit of love for Bluey in the live chat. I thought I'd come across as a bit of a weirdo or something, but yeah, I don't mind it. Sitting there having my breakfast with a bit of Bluey on in Grace. It's good. I quite enjoy it. Anyway, 7 minutes away from kickoff at the Etihad. No one's really talking about the game. You can talk about whatever you want. Please get into the live chat. Thank you very much for joining me. Please do subscribe. If you're new to Hammer's Chat, please also do drop a like on the video as well. So if anyone comes along and types it in, Man City West Ham, this could be the #1 recommended video for them. I will be providing, or do my best to provide, commentary throughout the game from the Etihad this afternoon. Fingers crossed. It could be a bit boring though, because it's Man City, so it can be a bit, this player's passed to that player, who's passed to that player, who's passed to that player, so it can be a little bit, but I'll do my best. Rob saying, sure it's a back 4. Yeah, I think so. I think everyone thinks it's a back 4. Is there something that makes you think it's not a back 4? I'm confused. Has Opta changed that bloody graphic or something to make it look like a back 3? Is that what's happened? Yeah, ignore that. Sorry, Rob, I see it now. Ignore that. That's provided by the data providers. That's not me. I haven't done that. It'll automatically change itself once the game's underway and they know what the formation is. But I definitely think it's going to be 4 at the back. Paul saying everyone's talking about Bluey taking the minds off the battering we're about to take. Yeah. If I'd play an episode if I wouldn't have got a copyright strike. Pierre saying, I always thought Bluey is a boy dog. It's a girl. Yeah, I thought it was a boy dog too, but it is a girl. So is Bingo. They're both girls. I thought Bluey was a boy and Bingo's a girl. But yeah, they're both... Darren, what channel are you watching it on? I don't watch it. There's no games in the UK that you can watch it at 3 p.m. So I just have like a text version of the radio and I just assume what's happening. And I just say what I think is happening at the Etihad. I just imagine it. And I'm pretty good at imagining it. Usually I watch Match of the Day. I think, bloody hell, perfect. But someone might put a link to the game over on Hammers Chat Discord. They shouldn't because it's illegal. So just be careful if you're going to go on the Hammers Chat Discord. The link's below. West Ham fans on there, go have a chat. But just be very careful because sometimes people post illegal links on there. So just watch yourself. You don't want to click it. Catherine's going to the game on 27th against Fulham, but hoping we win. Good. And Stevie saying if anyone wants to watch the match, go to Camel Sports. Camel Sports? Number 16 can watch it in Moldova. Yeah, my iPad thinks it's in Moldova right now. Avid thinks I'm in Moldova. Paul saying Moldovan Hammers Unite. Yeah, my iPad definitely thinks it's... Moldova. Banana saying you might want to tell people to have a VPN or an ad blocker. Listen, Banana, I've done my best. Okay, I cannot do the Surfshark promotions any better than I do to hint. Right, I hint as much as I can. That if you have a VPN, you can change the location of your device, and it's useful on 3 p.m. on a Saturday. I cannot hint any more than I do. Anyway, Dom's in USA. Avid, how's the weather in Moldova? It's quite cold today, Avid, here in Moldova. It's quite... Brr. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just move to Moldova. Maybe once I change my background, put a lick of paint on the wall or something, I'll just say I've moved to Moldova and therefore I can legally watch all the games. Bob Collison saying, shout out to 3922 Moldovan Hammers. Yes, those that know. And if you don't know, where were you on Wednesday night? Where were you? You were not here like me and Bob. Number 6 was here. Peter was here. He's just got a bit muddled up, but Peter was here. The 3922 group, we were here. Troj was not here, but I know he was watching the game. Tracy was here. Stephen was here. Everyone that was not here was thinking, what's going on? Why is everyone posting 3922? A16, I'm actually at the game watching for. Don't say that, because someone will assume you're telling the truth, and therefore I'm rich. I'm definitely not there at the game. I don't think you'd get allowed in the box wearing something like this. Maybe you would. Maybe it'd be a bit unoffensive. Me Christmas, Hammers Chat Christmas jumper, which I only wear on videos. Anyway, the teams are just coming up on the on the commentary, textual commentary. They're just telling me what the teams are. 1 minute till kickoff at the Etihad, which I'm probably about 2 minutes away from kickoff on my thing here. Make West Ham great again. Saying my Hammers Chat Surfshark thinks I'm in Manhattan. That's very useful. Because then you can maybe watch Peacock or something like that, which would have the game on. I believe, I'm not saying to do this, I believe that if you use Surfshark VPN, I've been told by someone, you can change your location to America and use PayPal to pay for Peacock. And then you can access games on Peacock like you were in America, I believe. Don't know if it's true. That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. Right then, kick off. Less than a minute away. Pep Guardiola talking to Pep Blinders. I liked Pep Blinders. Read his book. Good. Highly recommend it. I always wondered if he'd go on to become a good manager in his own right. Turns out the answer is no, but still, you look at the way Man City are playing now and stuff, and Pep's always speaking to Pep, obviously an important person in Jurgen Klopp's backroom staff as well at Liverpool. Anyway, look, huddle from Man City according to the text commentary coming up here. Of course, that's saying that if you were to change your location to France, you can watch Canal Plus. Paul saying if you had a prepaid American credit card, you could maybe pay for Peacock with that. But Josh saying that Peacock doesn't have it today. It's on USA Network. Yeah, there's three, isn't there? There's three networks on in America that you need. Right, let me just get my big clock ready. Manual clock. Yes, please. First half. Kick-off at the Etihad. Seconds away as West Ham get the game underway. And we're off with Kilman sending it long to Paqueta, who flicks it on. And it's headed away by Gvardiol. Ollie Skiles, who's playing at left back, gives it back to Todibo. And he goes back to Alphonse Areola. Long ball looking for Paqueta, who flicks it on. Bowen looks quite narrow so far, I will say that. And it's a free kick for Man City as Paqueta clattered into Diaz. Paul saying there's no delay. Thank you. I did change the latency, not down to the lowest one, but I did remember, but also because a lot of us will be using the internet to watch the game, we'll have similar timings for the streams as well. Peter saying how we're playing. So far, so good. 1 minute in, Man City barely seen the ball. Anyway, Magassa just hassling Gonzalez there as he goes back to Bernardo Silva. Oh, please. Hasib saying we're going to win this today. GK saying we're going to win 1-0. Oh, what I'd do for a win. I'd be very happy. The good thing about winning, it's not just what it does for West Ham, it's what it does to the other teams as well. I was discussing it earlier with Gonzo. I was saying, you know, when we had to watch Leeds beat Chelsea, it was hard not to sit there going, oh, for God's sake, just watching Leeds pick up a big win against what was an impressive Chelsea team up until that point. Pardon me. And I want us to win a game like that where Leeds watch it. Leeds fans, Forest fans, Brentford fans, Burnley fans all watch it. Watch our result and think, oh no, West Ham looked good. And what a win that was for West Ham. Very difficult to see it today, but you never know. Anyway, Manchester City just knocking the ball about at the minute. O'Reilly just going long, switching play up to Cherky, who's out on the right-hand side for Manchester City. Reinders just getting in behind our defence there, but Magassa covered him well. We're sitting off here. We're letting Man City pass the ball about, as you'd expect. Gvardiol's going to hit it. Blocked by Max Kilman and cleared by Kyle Walker-Peters. Gvardiol there coming forward from central defence, picking it up outside our box to try and have a shot from distance, but it was well blocked by Max Kilman. And Man City have taken a throw in and they've gone back to the halfway line. 3 minutes in. Only 87 to go. This is going to be a long afternoon. Long afternoon. Do you reckon we'll get what possession do you think we'll have? 20%? Maybe? Anyway, Fernandes has done well there, but then he's lost it. Cherky breaks away from Skiles to Silva, out to Erling Haaland. Here comes City with Erling Haaland. He cuts it back, and Magassa cuts it out really well, and Skiles comes away with it. Put it out to Lucas Paqueta on the left-hand side here. Good play by Paqueta. Lovely 1-2 Magassa. Somerville's got it into Paqueta, who's holding off Gonzalez well here. Oh, that's better. See, that's better play by Lucas Paqueta. Just held onto the ball really well. Nice 1-2 with Magassa gave it to Somerville. Well, it took a couple of deflections. It went to Somerville, gave it back to him. He held off the City players, and we've gone backwards, and now we're coming down the right-hand side. We're stringing a few passes together here with Jared Bowen. Oh, that's unlucky. That's unlucky. Kyle Walker-Peters made the run down the right-hand side. And Bowen seeing it, he just couldn't get the ball out from under his feet. And when he did, Walker-Peters had to put the brakes on. Unlucky. It's just a second. That's all it is. It's just a second out of sync. Good play there, though, by Man City into Phil Foden. He looked up. Haaland was well marked by Kilman and Todibo. Both centre-backs had gone with him. And they've gone outside to the left instead. Gonzalez on the ball, shrugs off Paqueta. Good ball into Phil Foden, who pops into Erling Haaland. Saved by Avila. Haaland again, and it's fucking 1-0. It took him just under 5 minutes. Erling Haaland, 1-0 Man City. I guess it was inevitable, but I don't know, thought we could have lasted more than 5 minutes. It's good play. Foden into Gonzalez. Lovely ball into Phil Foden. Cuts it back nicely to Haaland. It's a good save by Ariola, and then he finishes it with his right foot. Fernandes loses Foden. 1-0 Man City. Pack up and go home already. We just can't get a hiding. It can't be 5-6-0 or anything like that. Anyway, the game's back underway at the Etihad. We're 1-0 down, and we've got 84 minutes to try and not get a hiding. My God. Belser saying there's no point getting upset. We just need to laugh at this. Someone said, I'm not even angry. I'm a bit the same. I'm not that. I'm not fuming or nothing. It's when you expect it, it doesn't hit really. Mystery saying it the same. Not surprised. Carl loves my show, but he's off already. I don't blame you, Carl. I don't blame anyone, to be fair. I mean, please, if you don't mind sticking around, I would appreciate it. But if you've got something better to do today, rather than watching West Ham, I'd strongly advise you go do it. Just leave the stream playing when you go do it, if you don't mind. Kevin's off to the pub. GK's away to watch Bluey. Brilliant. Just need to see, I don't know, a spirited performance from us. Just don't drop your heads. Don't give up. Don't get smashed. Pardon me. I had a long night. I didn't get much sleep last night. Grace was not well, and I'm paying a price for it today. Right, Gavardi out to Diaz. Nunez wants it. Somerville closing him down. Forces Diaz to improvise, but he does quite well. Nunez comes forward. We're pressing here. Paqueta's went it back and done well to Scarles into Magassa. Good play there by us. We're moving the ball about reasonably quickly when we get it. The problem is we can't get it very much, but that was good pressing by us there. Pete saying, I don't mean you. I don't know what you said, Pete, to be honest with you. You could have got away with it. Now I'm intrigued as to what you said. Anyway, City have the ball back. They're just playing around in the middle of the pitch at the minute. Nunez coming forward. He's got a lot of space to run into, and he runs as far as Scarles and gives it out to Cherky. I don't know where Somerville was there. Cherky just playing with Scarles at the minute. He pops it into Haaland, and it's just wide. Should be 2. Should be 2. That's a let off there. Haaland's usually really reliable in the air as well. Just watching this. What? Right, okay. I don't want to... He's shit. He's so shit. Kilman is so shit. What's he doing? He's standing 3 yards away from Erling Haaland. He's standing 3 yards away from him, just watching him. And then when Haaland goes to head it, Kilman literally just makes the most pathetic attempt at trying to get there ever, honestly. He's just played... Fucking hell. What's he doing? He just played out for throw-in. To be fair, that's on Nuno, because he's a left-footed centre-back playing right centre-back, so he got the foot. He got the ball on his left foot, but he's facing the sideline, so... Oh, Jesus, this could be a disaster of an afternoon for Kilman. It wasn't his fault for the goal. I think it was collective. I think Fernandes switched off first, and centre-backs weren't great. But Jesus, that was just bad defending, and that deserved to be a goal, that header. Anyway, Cherky coming again. He's just toying with Scarles a little bit. I feel sorry for Scarles. He's enjoying this. Cherky is enjoying this game already. Look at... he's so good. This is almost unfair. Fuck off. That ball through to Nunez is great. Good defending by Tadibo. Well put... Oh, not great by Scarles. Reinders has got it. He's going to cross it to Haaland. Fernandes flicks away. Magassa flicks away, but it's going to come straight back. Wow, this is going to be a long afternoon. I knew we'd get beat, but... all the indicators of like a potential pumping are here. Everything you need. James Scarles is left back and Walker Peters is right back, and Scarles is struggling. It's not his fault, but I think Cherky's just a ridiculously good player, and he's just toying with Scarles at the minute. Nunez has just skinned Somerville as if he's not there. Oh, my days. O'Reilly, they're lining up here, City. They're all looking good and looking confident. They all want a touch of the ball. We are running around, but we're just chasing shadows, this is. And Gonzalez, it looked like he put it out of play, but Reinders has kept it in. Good tackle by Walker Peters, and it's a corner kick to Manchester City. 12 minutes in, we've barely had the ball. The City look good. The City look good. Cherky in particular is just oozing confidence. Anyway, corner kick for Manchester City. Cherky will take it with his weak foot, which is ridiculous. And it comes... Oh, bloody hell. Gavardio got his head on that, and then it hit Areola, and it's gone out for what should be a corner, but the referee's given a goal kick, which was quite kind of him. Yeah, that's a corner all day, that. Maybe not. I don't know. Don't care. We've got the goal kick. Cherky took that corner with his weak foot, and it was as good as what we can do with any one of our players on their strongest foot. What a talent. What a talent. Anyway, O'Reilly battling away with... well, he's picked up again, O'Reilly. City are having fun. City are having fun. Good play there by Fernandes and Scarles. So won it back, and it's gone back to Tadibo. Paul saying my picture is lagging and freezing. Lucky you. It might be a good thing, Paul. I don't know how to fix it if it is. Anyway, Paqueta and Fernandes is playing about in the middle of the pitch at the minute. Bernardo Silva goes in and wins it, and it's come back to Todibo. Potts into Magassa. We're starting to just move the ball about. When we're actually on the ball, we are moving about in the mid defensive third quite confidently. And Skulls. He's struggling. He just took a heavy touch there. Nunez nipped in and took it off him, and he's committed a foul. And it's a difficult afternoon for him. It's a difficult afternoon. I think you're telling Igor to get warmed up. Not to do an early, maybe a half-time sub, but anyway, Somerville just pounces on a loose ball there. He's trying to wiggle away from Man City players, but he's surrounded by them. Gavardio just takes it off him quite easily in the end. And he's being chased by Magassa. And we win the throw-in. Well played, Magassa. He's done all right so far. I think Magassa's done some good tackles and interceptions thus far. He reads the game really well, doesn't he? Into Bowen, which possibly the first time I've seen him touch the ball. I'm not sure. I can't recall saying the name Bowen so far. Hayden saying I am negative. Hayden, what do you want me to do? All right, for the next 1 minute, I am going to be positive for Hayden. Great tackle, to be fair, it was a good tackle by Scars. Somerville, he jinks away. He's brought him down. A fantastic foul by Somerville. Absolutely superb tackle by Somerville, giving that foul away. Brilliant to see. We're letting Man City have the ball. It's all part of the master plan. We're going to win here. We want them to have the ball. We want them to be winning 1-0. We're going to get the win. It's all part of the plan. Lucas Paqueta chasing the Man City players about on his own, but that's part of the plan. Brilliant from West Ham there. Letting Man City come forward with it quite easily. It's all part of the plan. It's just come up that we've had no shots to City's 5. Outstanding by us, because if we were rubbish, they would have had 7 shots by now. But because we're good, they've only had 5. Gonzalez and Silva just passing it around, but that's okay. It's what we want them to do. We've not touched the ball since I started being positive for Hayden, but that's okay because we are fantastic. Nunez coming forward with loads of space, but who cares? We're so good. Here comes Nunez out to Turkey. It doesn't matter. Nothing's going to happen. We're brilliant. It's Gonzalez into O'Reilly. Magassa gets his big toe. Fantastic tackle by Freddie Potts. Bowen's dribbling away with it. He's got no support, but that's okay. Walker Peters. Right, okay, I'm going to stop now. Sorry, Hayden. I'm going to stop now. I'm just going to commentate how I want to commentate. What do you mean my audio's gone? That's what happens when I start playing it. It's saying on my thing that the audio's there. Well, Mystery can hear okay. Just try refreshing if you don't mind. I'm hoping it's okay. Anyway, we've got the ball at the minute. We're just knocking around. Man City have just calmed down a little bit. Man City have just chilled out. I think their early enthusiasm from the game is starting to just slow down a little bit, which will hopefully help us a little bit now. Right, loads of people saying audio fine, so I'm going to leave it. Lee's saying to refresh the stream. That's what I would suggest for everyone. Right then. Kilman bursting forward, gives out to Walker-Peters on the right, up against O'Reilly. And it's a tackle by the Manchester City left back. And we've got to throw in high up the pitch. And, you know, to be fair, this is where I would like to go a little bit ugly, like the long throw kind of thing, because you're rarely going to get up the part. So when you do, you're going to have to make the most of it. But we went short, and Fernandez was given into Bowen to Paqueta. I will say that when we are on the ball, I don't... They feel, I don't know, like we feel confident with us. We're not creating anything, but we're moving it about. Okay, like there's no one's hiding. Gassa, Potts, Fernandez, Paqueta, they're all wanting to get on the ball. They're all trying to get on the ball. That's what I will say about them. I think the effort's there. It's just we're playing a bloody good team. Absolutely bloody good team. Anyway, Diaz with the ball at the minute. Out to Nunez, who's coming forward, and he gives out to Cherki. Back to Nunez. I think this is what I will say. It's a corner kick to Manchester City. I think Scarles needs a bit more support out there. I will say that. Scarles is having a difficult afternoon, right? He's having a difficult afternoon. But Nunez has made that run a few times now where he's basically unmarked, running in behind our midfield, and Somerville's not going with him. And I think that's something we're going to need to sort, because Scarles has got a difficult enough job without being doubled up on, and that's what's happening. That's what's causing us problems. Anyway, Phil Foden's taking a corner from Manchester City's right-hand side, so it'll be an in-swinger. Paqueta marking Haaland, and it comes to the back post of Gvardiol, and Magassa put him under pressure. And I think it was Magassa that got his head to it. And it's another corner kick to Manchester City, I think. Watching the replay here. Yeah, well done, Magassa. Gvardiol gets his head to it initially. Magassa blocks his header. I think it's the right type of defending that. Try and mark your man, watch your man. But at some point, you've got to turn and face the ball, haven't you? So I think Magassa done really well there. And it comes from the other side of Cherki. Paqueta heads away at front post. A good header. And Somerville will chase this, but Cherki gets there from Manchester City. Coming up 22 minutes on the clock. It's one-way traffic at the Etihad. 1-0 Manchester City. Although they've only really had, I say only, 2 big chances. One they put away, another one Haaland headed wide. But I do think the tempo's died down a little bit, which is suiting us at the moment. But Cherki's in acres of space out on this side here. But Scarles is getting out to him, but because of Reinders, Reinders is in line with Haaland at times. Anyway, Gvardiol on the ball. Back to Diaz. We're pushing high up the pitch here, and that's what I will say. Somerville's getting up, Bowen, Paqueta, Fernandez, they're all high up the pitch. I don't think we're very good at pressing, but I guess the intent is there. Cherki on the ball again. Just luring Scarles in, and that's a lovely ball into Bernardo Silva. He's got a lot of space here. Potts getting across. Silva dinks it into Haaland. He doesn't connect with it, and it falls through to Reinders, who keeps it in at the right-hand side for Manchester City, and Scarles goes out to meet him. Lovely ball into Cherki, who's unmarked in our box there, but Fernandez and Magassa do well between them, and Scarles finds Lucas Paqueta, who's done well and gives it to Fernandez. Somerville's on the run. Bowen's on the run. If Fernandez can find one of them, we might have a chance here. He looks for Jared Bowen, who's going to get there. Gvardiol gets his toe on it, and it's a throw into West Ham. Good break there by West Ham. Good break. We're just going to have to be quicker and clinical with those types of half chances. But anyway, we've taken the throw in, and Fernandez and Potts are playing with it at the minute. Tadibo out to Ollie Scarles. There's plenty of room. Into Lucas Paqueta, who finds Magassa. He's under pressure, but he swoops it out to Kyle Walker-Peters over on that right-hand side, who brings it down well. Although he's been pressured by O'Reilly. But Fernandez and Potts are on hand. And again, we're moving the ball comfortably when we're in possession. Given away there by Magassa. The idea was right, but the execution was pretty poor. Magassa brings Gonzalez down, although the referee plays advantage, and rightly so, because O'Reilly comes forward with it. But there's just a lack of pace for Manchester City, a lack of tempo in their game. They're happy to just pass it around at the moment. Walker-Peters and Bowen pressing, but City have got out of it really well. They found Reinders in the middle of the pitch and out to Cherki out on that right-hand side, up against Ollie Scarles once again. Great play by Cherki. Nunes, once again, unmarked with his run. Somerville's going to have to start doing better here, in my opinion. Nunes keeps on making that run. He's available on all occasions for Cherki. I think Somerville's just going to have to just start defending, unfortunately. Otherwise, I think that's going to cost us. Cherki with a lovely ball for Haaland, who has a bit of a wild shot, hits the side netting. And it was going to be an incredible effort for that not to hit the back of the net. Half-time, I wish, goal kick to West Ham has gone straight out, and Man City have got the ball again. Cherki doing more skill. Reinders, Foden, good play by them. Magassa nips in. We want a handball. The referee said no. 25.5 minutes gone here at the Etihad. 1-0 Man City. Been very comfortable for City so far, but after their big missed opportunity, they've not really created much, but we've barely got out of our half. We're spending a lot of the game just watching the ball here. Don't know what the stats would suggest, but it feels like City are treating it like a friendly at the minute. That's how I would perhaps describe it. They had a 10-minute spell and then they've just died off. Cherki just trying to nutmeg Scarles, but the defender done well, and it's out for throw into Manchester City. Uh, 40% possession we've had. Doesn't feel like that, does it? Gvardiol coming forward. Out to O'Reilly. Man City just again passing it around. I feel like they've been doing this for a large part of the game, but according to the stats, it's 62% possession they've got now. Scarles just tried to intercept that and didn't quite get it. But Nunes is on the move again and gets it again. And that's a dive there. Rightly so, referee. Paqueta into Bowen. Oh, I think Somerville was the better option there. Paqueta apologising to both. And I see what he's trying to do, because if he gives it into Bowen, then Bowen can give it to Somerville and he's away. But anyway, City come again. Silva looking for Foden, blocked Haaland, and it's wide. Wide. Goal kick to West Ham, where we could possibly time waste at 1-0 down. And we've taken it short. I don't think I've seen us take a short goal kick under Nuno, and we've decided to start doing it away to Man City. Anyway, we've got the ball here. Somerville's got it. He's trying to get away from Gonzalez, and the referee's going to have to give... He's got to book him for that, and he does, I think. He might book Somerville, but... Yeah, he's booking Gonzalez. He has to. He's... I think Somerville's almost bought that. I think Somerville's bought that free kick, because I don't think Gonzalez is all over him or anything. I think let's watch a replay here. I think Somerville's really made a meal of that and managed to get him booked. I need to see a replay of this. Gonzalez puts his arm on his he puts his hand on his shirt, but Somerville's reaction, I think, is what gets him booked. Really, but good play by Somerville. Free kick to West Ham, just inside our half, and we'll go short with it. Anyway, well done. Well done, Somerville. Good little play. Now they've got your defensive midfielder on a booking. Let's get him. Here comes Fernandes. Oh, that's a big tackle by Gvardiol. Fernandes is rolling on the deck. And all his scars just puts his laces through it. And Fernandes is still down. It was a big tackle by Gvardiol. I think he won the ball. Cherki puts the ball out of play. Fernandes is on his knees now, though, so he's not rolling around anymore. He's getting up a bit here. It was one of them by Gvardiol that if you don't win the ball, it's possibly like a red card or something. But we'll have a look at the replay. I thought he won the ball. But certainly had a little bit of oomph in that tackle, didn't he? Maybe that's what this game needs, a little bit of spice. The game's been quite quiet for the last 15 minutes. Maybe a few naughty tackles wouldn't go amiss. Anyway, Gavardiol has it. Bowen goes after it, and he looks for O'Reilly. Walker-Peters intercepts it and gets brought down. This is good. This is better from us the last 5 minutes. Maybe I'm just clutching at straws, but I'm willing to do that. Scarles puts it down the line for Somerville, who gets brought down by Nunez. And this is good. I feel like we've not got them rattled per se, but I feel like we're making it a bit more of a... We're making it more of a battle. We're making it more of a fight, if you like. What is that? Anyway, less said the better. Let's just move on. We took the free kick quickly, and it was really poorly executed, and we just gave it back to City's goalkeeper. Magassa putting the pressure on, making City go backwards as it finds its way out to Nunez on the right-hand side. Good run by Reinders, but Nunez didn't spot it. Gvardiol pumps over to Cherki on this right-hand side, way too high, and it's a throw into West Ham. Half an hour gone here at Etihad. Still 1-0 Man City. Still no shot from West Ham to speak of. Miscontrol by Scarles, and it's a throw in to Man City down their right-hand side. Nuno having a word with Somerville. As City just play it around at the back at the moment. Once again, I will say we're high up the pitch. I don't think this is a sitting back, parking the bus type thing from Nuno. I don't see it as being defensive. I think we're just outclassed completely. And Walker-Peters done really well. He's found Jared Bowen, who has one of them shot/cross ones where he's obviously hoping a teammate can prod it in, but if not, it may find its way in. But see, this is what I'm talking about. We're high up the pitch here. We're pressing them high up, and Walker-Peters does really well. Finds Jared Bowen, and I think he's looking for Somerville personally. But anyway, Paqueta fouls Bernardo Silva, and it's a free kick to Man City just inside their half. Right then, here we go. What's happening now? Cherki's on the ball again. I think that guy's had 50% possession of the game himself. Diaz finds Foden, who's had a quiet game so far, although involved in their goal. Potts is hassling him. He gives it to O'Reilly, who puts it down the side for Foden, but Potts will win this one easily, and he goes back to Areola, who has to go long. He didn't really have much option. And Fernandes with a lovely little chest down to Todibo, who gives it to Ollie Scarles, who has little options here, so he goes back to Todibo. He has little options, so he goes to Areola, who has little options, and he scuffs his clearance. And Man City have picked this up here, but Magassa and Todibo have done well between them. We're getting boxed in a little bit, but again, comfortable. And Magassa gets fouled by Reinders. I do think we're comfortable. We're not creating anything, but... Right, Paqueta with the free kick. Just plays it short to Magassa just to get the ball back in play. And Areola goes long. Not sure who he's looking for. It's a free header by Gvardiol. And City come again. Gonzalez on the ball in the middle of the pitch, finding Phil Foden, who does the most pointless piece of skill ever for Manchester City. But we continue. Bernardo Silva now has it. Looking up, looking for options, but there's very little, so he's just having to go back to Gvardiol at the minute. 10 minutes till half-time at the Etihad, still 1-0 Man City. Been a very uneventful half since Haaland missed an absolute sitter of a header. But that felt like quite some time ago since that happened. Although Foden's wiggled away from Fernandes here, he's on the move, but Kilman blocks his cross towards Haaland. He gives it back to Silva, who finds Reinders, who may shoot here. Scar's just got a toe on that. Magassa picks up the loose ball. He's having a good game, I think, Magassa, personally. Man City back in possession of it, though, with Phil Foden, who finds O'Reilly. Back to Foden. Ruben Diaz has it. Now Cherki into Reinders. Good save by Areola, and it's headed away by Todibo. Fernandes just gives it to Paqueta, who's under pressure, but stays calm. Back to Ollie Scarles, who's got his head up. We're playing around in dangerous areas, but again, that's what I was saying. I think we're looking comfortable when we've got the ball. We're just not creating anything. And it's gone out for a corner kick to Manchester City. Okola says, no one's having a good game for us. Come on. Well, Joe thinks Fernandes and Magassa are playing well. I think Magassa's playing well. We're allowed to disagree. That's all right. You're allowed to say no one's having a good game. That's fine. I think he is having a good game. I'm not saying he's being... I think Good's doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Corner kick, the fourth corner of the afternoon. Phil Foden will take from their right-hand side. And in it comes. Going towards that back post again. And it's possibly another... It's a goal kick's been given, but I think it should have been a corner. I think Areola got his fingertip on that. Yeah, he gets his fingertip on it, but it wasn't really going to do anything if he didn't. But got the goal kick, and we're not going short this time. We're playing this one long again. Areola goes long, looking for Paqueta, who nearly wiggled away from Nunez there. Just the bounce took it out of play, and it's a throw into Manchester City. Long ball by Nunez, and it's away by Magassa. And Gonzalez volleys it out to O'Reilly. Lovely pass that. Lots of room for O'Reilly to move into here if he wishes. Came far forward as he could before finding Silva, who looks for Cherki right out on that right-hand side in the corner. Brings it down well. Nunez offering support. Chance for City to get the ball in here with Cherki. He's doing step-overs. He's teeing up Scarles. He dinks it in. It's headed away by Kilman. Somerville gets fouled. The referee doesn't give the foul. Fernandes is trying to dribble it out from the back here. He loses out. Dangerous by Fernandes. Cherki to Haaland to Reinders. 2-0. Fernandes' fault that. Completely overplayed there, Fernandes did. Completely overplayed. Ran into trouble. Paulie's saying Paqueta giving the ball away. I'm sure it's Fernandes. You'll have to just give me a second here. Yeah, it's Fernandes that gives the ball away. I'm not blaming Paqueta there. He loses the ball. Cherki does well to give it to Haaland, who does really well to give it to Reinders. And they're so good, aren't they? Aye. They're so good. Just bloody clinical. I think you could probably be a bit critical of every defender there if you wanted to. Scarles, Fernandes definitely. Could Scarles and Magassa do better to prevent the ball into Haaland? Could Todibo do better marking him? Could Kilman do better tracking Reinders? Fernandes certainly could be doing a lot better there. 2-0 Man City. The worst thing is, they haven't even tried, City. Potts with a meaty tackle. Nah, yeah, that's it. Piss off, City players. Gvardiol done one exactly the same, and you let it go because he won the ball. Potts has won the ball. Get on with things. What's this ref doing? I thought he gave it to West Ham. What? No, I'm not having that. No. Be consistent. Yeah, I think the referee's giving us the free kick. I think he's telling them all to go away. Tell them all to piss off. He wins the ball. He doesn't dive in. He plants his foot in front of the ball. I don't know what he's speaking to Bowen for. It's our free kick. He's booked Bowen for moaning now. Bowen's just been booked for dissent. He's the captain. What's this Baldy doing? What a weird moment of refereeing that was. Scars with a good tackle. Somerville's picked it up. Here we go. Get in the box. There's only Bowen in the box. Paqueta, get in the box and all. He runs it out for goal kick. Good defending there. What's this ref? I don't know what this ref's on about. Good to see Bowen have a little bit of something about him, though. But strange. Right, we come underway again. Todibo out to Scarles. 40 minutes on the clock, nearly half time. I feel like I'm in the second. I've been watching this all day. Feels like the second half. Oh, City are just starting to crank it up. Stop it. Oh, Todibo did stop it. He's nipped in and got it. Potts into Somerville, who's gone down way too easily there. City players ain't having it. Foden looking for the run of Haaland, but it's a bad pass, and Todibo picks it up. Out to Scarles. Potts. Nice footwork by Potts. City want a handball. What are they crying for? Tell you what, they're a little bit Arsenal today, Man City, aren't they? Walker Peters gives out to Paqueta, who's holding off O'Reilly, who's all over him, and we get the free kick. About time too. Takes it quickly to Bowen, to Fernandes. It feels like, I don't mind getting the game underway quickly, but it feels, I don't know, we've put ourselves under pressure a little bit when we do it. Silva brings Paqueta down. See, when we're like this, right, I feel like we need to be a bit more Everton, right? Like, just get your big boys up and just go long with the free kicks. Because it's 42 minutes in, we've not had a shot yet. And I know we're not the biggest team in the world, but surely you're better trying to just get the ball in the box and get something on it. I accept. I don't like it, but I accept, as in the evidence is showing there's nothing here like in open play. There's nothing about us whatsoever. So when you get set pieces, surely you want to make the most of it, and it's going to have to... Oh, my God. Reinders, that is a nice touch. Gonzalez looking for Haaland. Walker Peters intercepts. Scarles finds Potts, who's grown into the game a little bit. Somerville, bad pass, but Paqueta does well just to nudge it back to Scarles. I don't think he's having a good game myself, Somerville. Walker Peters into Magassa. And he goes down quite easily, but he gets a free kick for it. And goes out to Paqueta. Scarles on the overlappers. They're out on the left-hand side here. There's little for Paqueta to aim at, and it's a bad pass by Paqueta for Fernandes. A really bad ball. And Man City come away with Phil Foden. City aren't even trying at this point. Just training ground stuff. I mean, Foden got it there, and Haaland didn't even move. He didn't even make a run, nothing. Is there just like strolling through this game? It is easy for City. Or if you want me to be Positive Henry. It's only 2-0. If we were a worse team than we are, we'd be 5-0 down by now, but we're not, so it's only 2-0. We've done remarkably well to only concede 2. Oh, Cherky's just a disgrace. He just almost did like a keepy up to lob over Scholes' head. Anyway, Silva out to O'Reilly. He brings it down to Phil Foden. Cross blocked by Fernandez's arse, and City come again. There's 10 seconds till half-time here, and I cannot wait for this half-time whistle to go, if I'm honest with you. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere. It's just I'd have to watch this. This is easy. Rehorn had a massive box of Ferrero Rochers last night. Loved that. We don't have any. They're expensive. They're expensive chocolates. We like them. But we're shopping on a budget at Christmas because of the house. So we've had to make sacrifices, and Ferrero Rochers have been sacrificed, unfortunately. Nuno looks how I feel looking at what his team's doing. Darren, did I see the Silva comment? No. What's the Silva comment? Check. Saying give him a break. Give who a break? I'm not even slagging anyone off. I haven't even criticised anyone. I don't think. Have I criticised anyone? I don't think I have. I feel like I'm being... I actually think I'm being quite laid back and generous here, all things considered. Only because I was expecting us to get beat, so there's no anger. I'm not angry. There's not a bit of me angry. I'm a tad pissed off just because of how easy it is and how embarrassing it is, but any anger I'd have would be fake. I'd written this game off, I don't know, however long ago. Honestly, this week I've just been thinking about the January transfer window in the Fulham game. It's getting a bit scrappy out there. Walker Peters, I think, is given 100%. There you go, it's 2-0 at half-time at the Etihad. Pep Guardiola's unhappy with something. Don't know what he's done. I think it's Pep Linders that's unhappy, and Pep Guardiola's trying to get his assistant down the tunnel without getting a yellow card. Anyway, please get your thoughts into the live chat at half-time. Adam said, no expectations for this game. Season starts next week for him. Yeah, I'm the same. I had nothing for today. Absolutely nothing. No hope. John, are we geared up for Christmas? No, we're not really doing a Christmas. We're doing a really small version of Christmas just because of everything that's gone on in the last couple of months and stuff. And that's okay. We're okay with it. But nah, we're not really. We haven't really got too much. Brent said, we're just a steady check to Nuno. Nothing more. Tear it all down. Let's go full 2013 at Sunderland. Clayton saying Silva's hamstring has gone twice this season, plus he has a reoccurring heel injury, which makes him a liability. Seeger saying the easiest game of the season for Man City here. We've offered nothing, and we're destined for relegation. Doug saying it would have been nice to have a shot. Nian saying, do we risk Wilson for the second half? No. I do not risk Wilson at all. There's no point putting Callum Wilson on in the second half, in my opinion. Just keep him, wrap him up, move on to Fulham. Honestly, at this point, I think I'd be looking at, I don't know, it's sort of damage limitation in terms of the scoreline, but I think it's maybe even damage limitation in terms of like injuries or something. Zuma saying it's a training exercise for City. I couldn't agree more. They've not even got out of first gear. I think they started the first 10, 15 minutes. I think City were at it. They were really trying. But then I think they realised pretty quickly we've got nothing about it, us, so we might as well just cruise through the first half. They've just been cruising through it. Yeah. Mancunian saying rest first team players now. I'm kind of a bit like that, in all honesty. The only problem is this is going to sound silly, we can get worse. I think if he was to take off Magassa and Potts and put on Souček and Irving, I think this would very quickly be 6-0 or something like that. I honestly think that we can... It could be worse than what it is. Terry saying, just as we expected, knew it was a good decision, triple captain Haaland this week. All right. Look at you. I'm so crap at FPL this season. I've got Ultimad on the bench at the minute. Harry saying, I don't see why we're so frustrated. We never play well against City. The test is next 4 games. I think the frustration is an accumulation, Harry. I think it's, we'd beaten Brighton and got a draw against Villa and we did this. I think people would say, it's not the end of the world, whatever. I think it's an accumulation. I've got a little bit of frustration, but it's not much. It would be fake if I pretended I was emotionally invested. Roger said, didn't expect anything, and that's how it's turned out. Pretty depressing stuff. After today, if results go against us, the gap could be 7 points if you include goal difference. It's sad times, yeah. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Christian saying, Bones apparently booked for saying Nico should have had a second yellow. I missed that. Did he deserve one? I don't see him doing anything to deserve one. Potts went in on whoever it was. I think it was a good tackle. And then City kicked off a little bit about it. But I didn't see anything that made me think that he should have got a second yellow. But if that's what Bones done, good. Obviously, he's done it the wrong way, but good. I'm glad he's pointing out to the referee. Mike saying, how can anyone who's been a West Ham season ticket holder and followed the club for donkey's years have absolutely no emotion for this game? So sad, but we are where we are. Anyway, I don't know if you're talking about yourself or you're criticising me. I'm unsure, but I don't have any. I can pretend if you want, but I just don't have any. I've got a lot of emotion for the Fulham game next week. Honestly, I'm already focusing on the Fulham game. And is resigned. That's the word. Yeah, Fulham game in the January transfer window, I've got a lot of emotion. And in the overall situation that we find ourselves in, I have a lot of emotion. But just for today, I knew we were going to get beat. And to be fair, I'm a bit disappointed at how easy it's been. Although it's not surprising. Malik said, our transition playmaker doesn't pass and invites pressure in our third. How many times has Paqueta done that this year? Unnecessary goal. What goal? I'm unsure what goal you're referring to, Malik. I don't think he's been at fault for either goal. Roy, thank you very much for the £5 super chat and the support. It's much appreciated. Saying I knew we wouldn't win, but I wish we'd go for it. From the start, we were playing as if we were 5-0 down. That's what is quite sad. There's very little. There's nothing. There's not even. I was hoping that we'd see like a bit of a game plan. We'd have something that. Thank you, headphones. I always forget to do that. I was hoping to see something from us that represented a game plan, that represented an idea from Nuno as to how we were going to get something from this game. Whether we kept, let's just say, for example, we kept getting the ball and going long really quickly, trying to get Somerville in behind, and it just wasn't working, but we could see something. I think my disappointment here is that I haven't even seen anything. I've not seen anything to suggest that we've got a plan or a tactic in order to get something against this team. It was going to be difficult. We could have been fantastic today and got beat. But City would have to be fantastic to win. They're strolling through that half, but there's nothing from us. There's absolutely nothing from us. I'm watching us in that half, and I don't see anything to suggest that there's a plan in order to try and score. There's nothing. We're getting the ball, and we're just passing it around at the back. And we're looking quite comfortable doing that, but City are letting us do it because they know we can't do anything else. Eventually, someone will try something and they'll cut it out. And I think that's been quite regular in the first half when we've had the ball. We'll knock it around. It'll go to someone. It'll either be a lazy pass, a bad pass, or someone will try something and it won't come off. And City will get the ball back and they'll come back at us. And I think they're letting us have the ball. But we've just got... Yeah, there's nothing. It's hard to be excited at all today. I think performance-wise, I think Fernandes has been sloppy. I think he's given. Yeah, I think he's the one player that's involved in both City goals. I think he doesn't track Phil Foden for the first one, and he gives the ball away for the second one. He's not having a great game, but in a weird way, he's been so good recently. I'm not okay with it, but I feel like he'll have a good game next week. I think the only two players I've thought they look all right. I thought Magassa's looked okay in the first half, and I think Walker Peters has looked okay in the first half. Scars is really struggling, and it's not a reflection on him, it's a reflection of his opponent. I think Somerville's not tracking back at all, which I don't think is helping. I think Nunez is picking up good positions. I think Potts has grown into the game a little bit. I think the last 10 minutes, I think Potts is playing all right, but the first 35 minutes, he's nowhere to be seen. Paqueta's done some good things, done some bad things. Bowen's been isolated, anonymous. Tadebo's done okay, but just uninvolved, I think. But it's just been really easy, really, really easy for Man City. It's been a training game. They've not had to play well. John is saying we're the most inept side in the league when it comes to playing the big boys. The League 2 side would show more ambition. Ocleos saying Sabal Fernandes is having a shocker, don't want to risk an injury. I wouldn't be against that. I get why you would say that as well. We've got to, at some point in the second half, he's got to put one eye on Fulham and say, right, what do we do here? Who do we take off? Bowen, Fernandes, get them off and don't bring Wilson on. I don't know. Bookie saying, game reminds me of my dog. When he rolls over and has his tummy tickled. Yeah. We're in agreement, my friend. Lime saying, I don't feel sorry for the people travelling up there. You knew what was coming. I don't sympathise with blissful ignorance. If you can't see the pattern, that's your fault. I mean, I know some people there who were expecting to get beat, but they've gone to support the team. And I don't think it's unfair that if you go to support the team, you just want something from your team in return to justify the travel and justify the time and the money and stuff like that. I do feel sorry for them, but I don't think it was blissful ignorance. I think they weren't expecting to get a hiding. They just went to support the team, that's all. I don't know. We see things differently. Kenny saying defeatist mentality has been this way for 4 years now. Nuno ball, Moyes ball. I feel for West Ham fans who travelled up there. West Ham rolled over from minute 0. Depressing times. Tristan saying absolutely no one on the bench is going to change this game. No, none. None whatsoever. Paul saying Scholes isn't good enough for a left back in this team. A poor man's Ngakia. Matt saying I'm sorry but not having us playing better under Nuno anymore. We've not had a single shot. That is totally unacceptable. Hitman saying you cannot judge Scholes today. First game back against this lot. Belcher saying it's a horrible comment, but he's right. I don't know what the comment you're referring to was. Billow saying our biggest problem is we get the ball and our players are staying behind the ball rather than pushing forward and creating space. I agree. There's nothing going forward, nothing at all. We're comfortable knocking about, but there's just nothing ahead of them to try and do something. Rob saying no shots, no attempts, no corners, a whole lot of zeros. Jackmate is saying the darts is on. I've been enjoying the darts actually this week. Some characters in the darts this year, isn't there? I'm enjoying it. Been a bit of fun. And we're down to our final 63. I was ready to say 64, but we're not, are we? We're down to 63. There's been a ban. Dean O saying Leeds were competitive against these and lost 3-2. They were competitive in the second half, Dino. They were also 2-0 down at half-time. John T saying Somerville looks like he thinks this is a training game. I think he's been terrible in the first half, John T. Defensively, he's non-existent. And going forward, he's very... I don't know. You can tell I know he's not Man City's level, but my word, he's struggling today. Lime saying, sorry, I hate being miserable. It's just been a long few years. Hey, don't apologise. Don't apologise. I dislike it when people apologise for being negative or miserable, as you put it. You're just being honest. I want your honesty. I don't want fake positivity, and I don't want fake negativity either. I just want your honest opinions, your honest feelings. And if it's negative, it's negative. It's not your fault. It's West Ham's fault. And if you're positive, I would struggle to understand why, but brilliant. I just assume everyone wants to be positive. Never apologise for being honest. That's what I say. Chris saying our season starts next week. It does, and I think our season could end not next week, but at the end of January. I think it could end then too. Bill saying Somerville's too lightweight. And Jonty saying that he agrees there's been zero effort in terms of the attacking side of things. Wayne's got to go to the supermarket. West Ham aren't even giving me an excuse to do it later. Yeah, just get to... I mean, I wouldn't go to the supermarket now. I'll go into the supermarket at 4 p.m. on the Saturday before Christmas. I think you're asking for trouble. But, don't know. Stick around. What's the other games on at the Premier League? Let's have a look at the scores around the ground. And when I'm doing that, would you mind please dropping a like on the video? And if you don't like spoilers, if you like to not know what's going on in the Premier League till match of the day, stop listening now. Oh, okay. There's 3 other games and they're all 0-0. Bournemouth 0, Burnley 0, Brighton 0, Sunderland 0, Wolves 0, Brentford 0. Wonderful. Paqueta having cuddles with Savinho, just what you want to see from any West Ham player when you're 2-0 down at half time. The boys are back out on the pitch for the second half. No subs by the looks of it. I can't see anything. That would suggest there's been a substitution from Nuno. And I can't see anything to suggest there's been one for Man City either, understandably, from Pep's side of things. Anyway, possibly the last time I'll ask, if you don't mind. Please do drop a like on it. Also, if you enjoy Hammers Chat, you will love Patreon. Please do consider joining up to our Patreon. It's coming up to Christmas. If someone wants to get you something, they've not got you something, they don't know what to get you, I would massively appreciate it. Pardon me. And Gonzo would massively appreciate it if you would send them the link to patreon.com/hammerschat/gift, and they can get you Hammers Chat Patreon for a year, and they'll also save 20% on the annual subscription. So thank you to anyone that joins up. We appreciate the support. We are underway at the Etihad in the second half as Manchester City kick off 2-0 down away to City at the moment. As they come down that right-hand side again, Cherky up against Scars. He lets Nunez overlap him, and he puts an early cross in, and it goes all the way through to O'Reilly on the other side of the pitch. Man City starting this game with a little bit of tempo, but Paqueta's done really well there. Fernandes, who looked like he gave the ball away, but he sort of got it, put the tackle in to prod it away from the danger area, and Man City have it at the back. Somerville and Bowen up front for West Ham in the second half. Well, Somerville's up front for West Ham in the second half anyway. Don't know who's going to be helping out Scarles. It feels a bit wild to move Somerville further central, because Nunez has been unmarked in the first half, in my opinion, and no one's picking him up. And I think he's been supporting... Now, Cherky's been doing really well himself, but I think Nunez has been supporting him really well too. And it's gone out to Cherky up against Scarles, who's getting taught a lesson out there. I do feel sorry for him, Scarles. I speak of this... I say it's been a bit of like a training match for Manchester City in the first half. I think it needs to be treated as a training match for Ollie Scarles in this game, really. I would still start him against Fulham if he's not too damaged by his performance here. I feel sorry for him. Man City just passing it around at the moment. We are continuing to press high, although I don't think we're the best at it, but hopefully we can nick it off someone here. But Nunez has it, and Somerville concedes a free kick. Somerville wins the ball back there. And he's got a chance here. Bowen's on the move. Fine, looks for Bowen. Blocked. It comes out to Potts. Blocked. Oh, Fernandez. Over the bar. That's the chances you've got to take against Man City. We got a chance. We had a shot on target. We had a shot. Just watching this. Potts does really well. Somerville wins it back. He does well. Looks for Bowen. Donnarumma blocked it. Potts, great save by Donnarumma. Fell to Fernandez, and there was 5-6 Man City players in front of him, and he put it over the bar. But a good save from Freddie Potts there. Just watching Potts' effort. Not much he could do, Potts. The way he was coming onto it, he had to open his body up really quickly to get his right foot on that. A glimmer from West Ham. Anyway, Cherky out on the right hand side. Potts goes out to help Ollie Scarles. And he does. And Kyle Walker... What? That felt a little bit easy from the referee. Let's have a look. Man City have got a free kick in a dangerous area. So we'll have a look. But it felt a bit generous. I mean, Kilman trip Foden? Yes. But Foden missed the ball. I think Kilman's got a bit mugged off there, actually, because if Foden gets it, I think Kilman does good defending. Because Foden actually misses it, he ends up connecting with him. Never thought I'd see the day I had a bit of sympathy for Kilman, but I do to some extent there. City have Cherky and Foden over this. Now I've got my silly rule, which is whoever puts it down takes it, but I'm not seeing who put it down. It'll be Foden or Cherky. They will definitely shoot from here. It's not Cherky. He looks for Diaz. I mean, that's a let off again. It's a free header for him. Here I was saying he's definitely going to shoot. I thought he was going to. But he didn't. He dinked it to the back post. He's offside, Diaz, but he's completely unmarked. There's just no one on him at all. Got away with that one. Paqueta, who's wiggling away from Man City players here. He's done quite well here, Paqueta. He hasn't found Somerville. Cherky finds Reinders, though, and Somerville just pulls out of the trip, and Reinders goes past Fernandez, and Scarles puts in a good tackle. And Magassa gets out to Paqueta. Bowen on the move. Paqueta looking for him. It's a bit too much on the pass, but Bowen hasn't quite given it up, although Diaz defends it well and finds O'Reilly. Into Gvardiol, who's in acres of space in the middle of the pitch, and he pings out to Cherky. Scarles is trying to get out there, and it's well defended. Scarles, a good couple of moments of defending by all the Scarles out there. He needs a good second half. He's up against a tremendous talent, but he's done okay in the first 5 minutes of this half. Hopefully he can continue in that manner. I just want to say thank you to two people. Ross, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. At Colchester, avoided this one to keep the faith. He might have popped that in. No, he did pop it in when we were 2-0 down. And also to Roy for the £5 super chat as well. Said, I knew we wouldn't win, but I wish we'd go for it from the start. We were playing as if we were 5-0 down. Roy, thank you very much. Thank you to everyone for the support in the live chat. It's very, very kind. Thank you for your super chats. It means there's no adverts. As Magassa goes down and wins a free kick. Gets fouled a lot, Magassa does. Number 6 says Magassa's doing well. Oh, you're not allowed to say that. I said that. Is Collios still here? He's going to come after you. And Collios, I don't know if you're new to the stream. I'm just winding you up. Fernandez, Paqueta into Somerville. He's offside. How is he offside? Why are you offside? Hasib's eating fish and chips. I'm jealous. I'm hungry, actually. Nunes comes forward with the ball into Gonzalez. How's only 52 minutes gone? I feel like I've watched 90 minutes already. I just want full time. Unless we score, then I don't. But I don't think we will. Turkey teeing up Skulls again. My word, he's such a good player, isn't he? Man City just passing around at the minute. Over on that right-hand side, Nunez, Gonzalez, Turkey, back to Diaz. Pops into Foden. Out to Gvardiol, who's racing forward with it here. He's got O'Reilly out on the left. He uses him. Puts the cross in, headed away by Potts. And Bowen just clears it. Foden out to O'Reilly. Good play there by City, and he's offside. Shouldn't have been offside. Still 0-0. Another 3 games around the Premier League today. Anyway, Scars is on the ball. He's coming down that left-hand side. Into Somerville, looks back for Scars, and he's not going to get there. But Bowen gets in there. It's Bowen! Oh! Into the side net. Very tight angle. Sort of half round. He doesn't really round Donnarumma, but he goes past Donnarumma. The angle's so tight. It hits the side netting. Good play by Bowen there, because I think a lot of players gave up on it, but he didn't. He anticipated it. He's comfortably wide, but we've got a couple of half chances here. We've had a couple of half chances. It's maybe as good as it's going to get. You're going to need to take one. That type of thing can sometimes spark City into waking up a little bit. Scars has done really well. He's having a good second half, all these Scars. I'm saying it. All right, it's only 10 minutes in. He's having a good second half. No, he just committed the foul. Not in a dangerous area, though, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, thank you. There's been 2 super chats. John, thank you so much for the £3 super chat. Saying good commentary. My kids are hogging TV. Are they watching Bluey? What are they watching? And Harry said, we've actually had a bit of a pop in parts. Thank you, Harry, for the £2 super chat. Come on, can we just get a goal? Do you know what I mean? Just make it 2-1. Just give us some excitement. Magassa battling away here. Reinders didn't like it. The referees played advantage, though. Foden down to Gvardiol. O'Reilly's on the move. He's pushing up higher this half, O'Reilly. He's found Phil Foden, who's starting to grow into the game. He's giving it to Haaland on the edge of the box. A bad touch out to Turkey. Oh, don't bother. Reinders, bad touch by Reinders. Magassa plays it away, but flipping out, they're coming back. O'Reilly dinks it into Foden, brings it down. Magassa puts his arse in the way, and Fernandes gets brought down. But advantage is played as Paqueta comes forward with it, looking for Bowen. Go on, Jared Bowen. He's not quite in, but he could be in. Go on. It's Bowen taking on O'Reilly. It's Bowen. Ah, yes. 3 half chances. That's better. Much better from West Ham. Bowen gives it to Paqueta, and he's on the move, and it's a great pass by Lucas Paqueta. Fantastic one. Bowen brings it down, and he has to take on his right foot. He gives himself a half chance. He goes across Donnarumma, and it's a few inches wide. It's comfortably wide. The goalkeeper wasn't too bothered by it, but unlucky. Can we get a goal? Can we have 2-1? Good ball there out to Nunez. Good tracking back by Somerville. Scarles picks it up. Paqueta to Bowen. Come on. Come on. Bowen. Blocked. Tell you what, we've got a bit of momentum here. I think there's a bit of belief in the team. Piquet goes in, that looks like a foul, but the referee says no, but Somerville was offside, and he's unlucky to be offside there due to just how the game went. Thank you to Mike, who said, I was referring to myself earlier about the club, made me feel. Thanks for getting. I did assume, Mike, because you are a good subscriber, I recognise your name. Thank you for the £5 super chat. That was very, very kind of you. And James saying, what's the chippy tea order? He's having haddock and chips, mushy peas and curry sauce, and a battered sausage chaser. What's a battered sausage chaser? What's the chaser thing about? I don't know what my order is yet. O'Reilly's being hassled by Walker Peters. He's not giving up Walker Peters. I think he's done okay, Walker Peters. Honestly, I do think he's done okay. Come on. It's been a good 12 minutes to this half. A good 12 minutes. Good ball there into Foden, who's picking up some nice pockets of space in the second half. O'Reilly, he's done well. Foden puts it in towards Haaland. It's away by Ollie Scarles. Does anyone agree that Scarles is playing well in the second half? What are you saying, chat? Right, for Silva, into Diaz. No, it's not. It's Gonzalez, who looks for Haaland, but it's overhitting into the hands of Alphonse Areola. Joe saying, I know you don't want to see Wilson on, but I get him on. See, it's different now. It's different. I feel like it's been a while, but I've got a saying in life, when you receive new data, reevaluate. And I'd be okay with Wilson coming on, because we are doing stuff, we're creating stuff, whereas in the first half we weren't. I'd understand why if he took Wilson on, it'd be his way of saying, I think we can get back in this. Who do you take off, though? I feel like you take off any of the midfielders would struggle. Maybe Somerville. I think he's maybe someone we could maybe take off. Somerville off for Wilson. But we're saying, chat. Scarles again. I'm telling you. Luckily, some of you agree. Joe says it. Scarles has been good this half. Onion saying he's been much better. Lee saying he's shaky for 20 minutes, but he's improved. Glad it's not just me. Cookie saying he's been okay. Needs a run of games. Better defender than Juve. Right, Gvardiol coming forward here. Into Foden. Coming up to an hour on the clock at the Etihad as Silva looks for Haaland, but Todibo defends it really well. Down to Scarles, into Paqueta, who gets it back to him. All his Scarles, he's doing well. He's taking on Nunez. Great play by the youngster. He didn't have enough about him. But you know what? That's my kind of enthusiasm. That kind of trying to do something. He could have turned around and played it back to Todibo or something, right? But when a player like that tries to take someone on, it doesn't quite work. I'm okay with that. Anyway, out to Cherky up against Scarles. Roberto Carlos. I do worry that we're putting in a little bit of effort and energy for the second half. I think we will, come Foden wide. Give it another 10, 20 minutes, and I think we will tire. So we've got to really make this period count where we're having a bit of a pop at them. I agree, which is time to get Wilson on. It's got to be for Scarles and not Scarles. It's because Scarles is on my screen, who's gone down feeling his groin. Hopefully he's okay, because I think he's been doing all right this half. But I agree, Wilson on for Somerville is what I would do. I like this one. Christophe saying Roberto Scarles. I like it. Intox saying the same. Somerville off. Wilson on. I'll tell you what. You can look at Man City here. They've got him in a huddle. Diaz has got them all in a huddle, and he's dishing out some orders and motivation to some players here. Scarles is still down. It's not looking good for him. That's a blow. I think he's done well the second half. I think Walker Peters is perhaps telling him not to risk it. This would be below. I don't know if he's going to go off. He's certainly up in trying. He's don't want him injured though, because we'll soon see. I'd imagine it'll be Igor he brings on, but it doesn't look good when he's rubbing his. It's Myers that's going to be coming on. He's going straight for the youngster, Nuno. Myers is taking his top off. That would be a big call by Nuno. Put him on against Turkey, who is likely to be replaced by Savinho at some point in the game as well. Anyway, we continue with 10 men as Scarles is on the touchline. He is coming back on by the looks of it, though, but I don't know if he's going to be coming on for long because Myers is ready. He's got his top off, bib off. Huge occasion for the young lad. Replacing one academy player with another academy player. Come on, kid. Come on. Now that's the sub confirmed. Scarles is off. Myers is on. You'd imagine he'll just go straight in at left back. Phil's saying Myers to right back and Walker Peters left back. No, he's left-footed. Myers is left-footed. Most of the games I've seen him play for the under-21s, he's played left centre-back or sometimes centre-back. Anyway, Man City making their subs here as well. Savinho and Rico Lewis ready to come on. I think they're going, oh, kid. I think Pep's reacting to our sub here. We've just gone to put Myers out there. And you'd imagine he's a way to bring Rico Lewis on at right back and Savinho on at right wing. And I think Pep's perhaps reacting to the fact that we've just put Myers on at left back. Kusanov also ready to come on for Manchester City. Who, I have to say, I think has looked shaky at times in a City shirt. See who he comes on for. Likely to be maybe Gonzalez. Anyway, Man City just passing around at the minute here. Brentford are 1-0 up to Wolves. Gvardiol coming forward. Dinks out to Reinders. Magassa putting him under pressure. Out to Cherky. Potts gets stuck in. Well done, Potts. He's won the ball and then lost it again. He was unlucky there, Potts, but he certainly showed a bit of intent to get that there. I think we're just starting to tire now. I think, yeah, Joe's the same. We've lost the 10 minutes of momentum. Yeah. I think one or two of them were just a little bit. We needed subs 5 minutes ago, didn't we? One sub 5 minutes ago. Gonzalez coming forward here, picking out Cherky out on that right wing, up against Myers. Let's see how the kid gets on. Come on. Come on, Ezra. Back to Gonzalez, who puts it in to O'Reilly, but it's headed wide. And he's looking for a penalty. The Man City left back feels that Walker Peters had maybe too much of him. But you're not going to get a pen for that. Walker Peters does have his hands on him, but you ain't getting a pen for that. No chance. Man City subs coming now. Let's have a look, see what they're doing. Reinders is certainly heading towards the bench. Which there isn't really a natural replacement for him coming on, so it'll be interesting to see who he's replacing. So Rico Lewis on for Reinders. Nico Gonzalez off for Rico, not Rico Lewis. I've already said him. Kusanov's coming on, and Savinho coming on. Who else is going off? Cherky is going off. So Savinho's gone out to replace Cherky. Kusanov's come on into midfield with Rico Lewis as Gonzalez and Reinders go off. Kyle Walker-Peters has the ball, gives it to Paqueta. It goes back to Magassa. Out to Myers. It goes long down that left-hand side to Somerville, who brings it down and is pressured by Kusanov, but he's done well there. Magassa now has the ball, went to go to Walker-Peters, seen O'Reilly closing him down, changed his mind, goes over the top for Jared Bowen, who's going to get there before Ruben Diaz. And his cross, it was a difficult one again, but deflected into the hands of Donnarumma. I think Bowen might have perhaps done a little bit better just trying to check back on that there and just slow the game down a bit. Donnarumma goes out to the right-hand side with his throw. So a little shuffle for Manchester City. Kusanov going in at right back and Nunez stepping into midfield. Alongside Rico Lewis and Bernardo Silva as City just passed the ball about in the middle of the pitch here. Savinho with a loose ball there. Todibo picks it up. And he just goes down the left-hand side. He went to go back to Areola, but there was two players for City that read it, including Haaland, so he did the right thing just to get rid of it. Myers, really good pressing there by him, and it's foul to Jared Bowen. Well played by our young left-back. Nunez has the ball out to Savinho. Todibo goes to close him down. Savinho's done well here. He's giving it in. It's to touch to Haaland. It's Haaland. It's 3-0. They've not even had to really try to make it 3-0. Quite simple. Really bad defending that from us. Very clumsy defending. Myers intercepted it and sort of went up the pitch. But Savinho didn't go with him, so Savinho just stayed where he was. So when City won the ball back, there was loads of space for him, and Nunez picked him out. And Todibo should have done better. A little touch to Haaland, and then Todibo flicks off Walker-Peters. It's really bad defending by everyone involved. I mean, Kilman's all over the place. Walker-Peters and Todibo are all over the place. Rico Lewis with a little touch. Walker-Peters kicks it off to Todibo, and it hits Walker-Peters and falls to Haaland. Just clumsy defending. All four defenders involved there. Man City 3, West Ham 0. Still 20 minutes to go. And I think it just depends on how many goals does City want. That's the harsh reality here. They want 4, they'll get 4. I thought we'd lose, but I'm still... Even though I thought we'd lose, I'm still a bit like, I don't know. Sad. Sad at how bad we are at times. The players, I will say this, they're still trying. They're just... Like, the effort of the players are there today. Again. Man City are just passing around at the minute. I will get back to commentary in a second. I'm just sad. Anyway, Donnarumma pops out to Savinho. Myers is pinned back. I don't know who it is, but someone's on Myers, so he can't come forward and close him down. So some of us had to go back. City are just toying with us, really. It's like a cat with a mouse. I just want the full-time whistle. I don't know where my clock's gone, actually. Why is my clock not there? It should be there. Let me... Both scoreboards aren't working. I don't know, Ryan. I've clicked both on. I don't know. It's broken. Nothing's working. We're 3-0 down. The clocks are broken. I'll come back at some point. I'll put them both on. They might both appear. I'll tell you how. I'm 72 minutes in. 72 minutes on the clock. Walker Peters has the ball. Man City sitting off. They can't be arsed. They know we're not very good. Kilman tried to give it to Magassa. Got intercepted and City come again. Rico Lewis through to Haaland, but Areola quick off his line, smothered it. Fernandes is on the ball now. Potts. Giving away. Here they come. Rico Lewis. Still Lewis. Kilman does a good tackle, actually. And Tadibo plays it away. Myers under pressure. His pass is blocked. And it's a throw into West Ham. This is terrible. Anyway, Tadibo goes long. Looks like a stupid pass. It is a stupid pass. And Bernardo Silva heads it. Foden brings it down. And Fernandes gets a free kick out of nothing, really. It's Bournemouth are beating Burnley 1-0. No, that makes too much difference, really, to us, does it? Another substitution for Manchester City. Pep using his bench, but also putting his academy players on now. Bernardo Silva exiting the pitch. And here comes Mikasa, former West Ham United academy player. We all know what's happening here. Can we agree? We've all seen this, haven't we? Anyway, some substitutions for West Ham being lined up. I see Mavropanos coming on. Anyway, Paqueta's got it. Looks for Somerville. Somerville's! Saved by Donnarumma. Bowen picks it up, though. And he's going back to Myers. We've not quite given up this yet. Fernandes. Paqueta. Into Somerville. He's a bit too lightweight, though. He's getting nudged off the ball here. And Fernandes goes in. The referee gives us a free kick. And it's a free kick in a decent position, actually, for us. Nunez unhappy. Good chance that by Somerville. Maybe just one touch too many, trying to get the ball out from his feet. He ended up making the angle difficult for himself, really. Got a good strike on it and decent enough save by Donnarumma, but I don't think it was... I wouldn't be calling it a world-class save or anything like that. Right, lots of changes coming. Lucas Paqueta is one of those going off. Mavropanos, Wilson, Rodriguez. We're making subs before the free kick. What are we doing? Paqueta and Fernandez are saying, what are you doing? Let's take the free kick. And Nuno's saying, no, we're doing the subs. So we've got Rodriguez, Souček, Wilson and Mavropanos coming on. No, we're going to get to take the free kick. We're not doing the subs yet. We can't even do the subs correctly. Lucas Paqueta's going to hit it. He hits it. On target. Easy save from Donnarumma. So the subs aren't on yet. Man City come again. 77 minutes on the clock. I don't know where my scoreboard's gone, but I'll keep reminding you of the time where I am. As Man City just pass it around at the minute. Again. And we've got a throw in. Way! We've got a throw in. Down in the corner. Subs now. Lucas Paqueta going off. Somerville going off. Fernandez going off. He's definitely just preparing for Fulham here. And Potts going off. So those four are off. Souček, Mavropanos, Rodriguez and Wilson on. As Nuno starts preparing for Fulham with 12-15 minutes to go at the Etihad. Souček has the ball in the corner and he just kicks it towards the Man City goal and Gavardio comes away with it. Bowen on it, looks for Wilson, blocked and cleared by Manchester City. Man City have been playing like it's a training game. And we're now making subs like it's a training game. 3 at the back. Protect the 3-0 defeat. I don't know. GK saying, I don't mind the subs. We're not winning. We can't afford any injuries. I kind of get it as well, to be honest with you. Yeah. Anyway, Foden's on the ball. I can imagine City are just going to pass us to death for the next 15 minutes until full-time whistle goes. The Souček and Rodriguez are snapping away at the feet of some Man City players, but nothing comes to it. DC saying we have to pray Palace do us a favour tonight. 100%. 100%. Nunez looks for Savinho. Myers gets his head on it, and he brings it down quite well, to be fair. Kilman looks for Wilson, but he's got Diaz breathing down his neck, and it's good defending by Manchester City. And it wasn't Wilson, apologies. Don't know who it was, but they lost out anyway. Ironix, it's done. Why waste energy? Oh, the subs. I don't disagree. I didn't say they were bad subs, by the way. I don't think I've complained about the subs. I was just saying that he's got... If anything, you're agreeing with me. He's got one eye on Fulham. Anyway, Savinho goes by Myers, but the defender recovers well. The tricks are out for City. They're starting to showboat a little bit here. No can blame them. Here's Foden. Chipped over by Areola. Corner kick. James says, if we lose to Fulham, is Nuno out? Understandably. It would be 2 wins in 13 games if we lose to Fulham. Check saying Fulham's a week away. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's in regards to keep them like fit. I think it's to try and prevent injuries. I think that's why he's done it personally. Not that we've got a quick turnaround of fixtures or anything like that. Savinho's got the ball out on the right wing to Nunez. City are just lining up for the shot. They're all just lining up. Savinho's cutting inside and he goes back to Nunez. And it's currently Wolves 0, Brentford 2 at the Molineux. Surely we can beat Wolves, right? Surely we beat Wolves. Anyway, Rico Lewis is coming forward with it here. Savinho's made the run. Lewis is looking for him. And it's just saved by Areola as he tried to prod it past our goalkeeper. But a good save by Areola, who I don't think has done anything wrong this afternoon. Areola, I think he's made some okay saves, some good saves. I think he's had an okay afternoon. Although he's had to pick the ball out of the net 3 times. I don't really blame him. Here comes Foden once more. Out to O'Reilly, who chips it to the back post, but Myers reads the game well and lets it run past him. He has little options but to go long, looking for Wilson, who's up front with Jared Bowen, but it's well defended, and Gavardio comes away with it. Hammer Time's had enough. He's away, and so is Tracy. I don't blame you, by the way. But for anyone that doesn't mind sticking around for the last 5-10 minutes and sticking around for my review, I would appreciate it a lot. Because it's my job. Views help me pay the bills. Although I do understand anyone that's just giving up and going away. Hasib's enjoyed his fish and chips, which is good. I'm pleased. Anyway, Man City just passing it around as you'd expect. We barely got the ball. Savinho cutting inside. He's on his left foot looking for Haaland. Overhit and Areola gathers it. He throws it out to Myers. Back to Max Kilman. Into Magassa, who pops it for Souček. Bad pass from Magassa though. And City come again. Out to Savinho on the right-hand side. I think City want a fourth. I think a few players want a goal. Haaland wants his hat-trick. Ricky Lewis is on the ball. You'd imagine McCassie wants his goal. It's still just City on the ball, just passing it around. We are just trying to keep it. We are trying to keep it 3-0. Here to come again. Rico Lewis is on the ball. Back to Savinho out on the right. Pass, 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 pass. Oh, we got an intercept. Oh no, it's back to Man City. Pass, 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 pass. They're not doing all these passes. They're just holding on to the ball, just knocking it about. Pass, 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 pass. Pass, 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 pass. They're just taking the piss. They're just walking about. Man City, they're just strolling about with the ball. Pass, 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 pass. Can we just call it full time here? We're happy with 3-0. They're happy with 3-0. I say we're happy with 3-0. We don't want to concede again, is what I meant. Let's just go home. Myers into Rodriguez, back to Kilman, back to Rodriguez, who goes down. Got a free kick. Got a free kick. What we're going to do? I think we're going to go backwards. See the game out at 3-0. Nuno looks sad. The away end looks empty. West Ham look hopeless. Merry Christmas, everyone. Rob saying any positives? I think Scars had a good second half before he got injured. Myers, come on. That's positive. Although I do think he was involved in us conceding a third. It's not 5-0. It's not 4-0. No one's got injured apart from Scars. Bowen's on the ball here. Hello. Out to Myers. Come on. Let's get a consolation goal. Myers pops it in for Wilson. And it's a corner. We've got a corner. That's a positive. I got this for Grace's Christmas, thanks to some subscribers a couple of weeks ago. That's a positive. Gonna get her trained up. Get her in goal. Although it's an inflatable ball, I think. Is it? No, I don't think it is. I hope it's not inflatable. It should be just a little sponge thing, right? I'm just ignoring the fact it's for 3 years. She's only one. Oh, it's not a corner. It's a goal kick. We didn't even get the corner. Never mind. That bit of positivity's gone. As Man City just play it out from the back again. What game we got at 5:30? Is it Spurs-Liverpool? Yeah, Spurs-Liverpool. Hopefully that'll be a good game. That can cheer me up. Liverpool can smash them, hopefully. Right then. What we got? Magassa's on the ball. I'm into the 89th minute. The scoreboard's still broken. The scoreboard's broken. West Ham are rubbish. Rodriguez is strolling around the Etihad. Walker Peters. I think he's actually had an okay game. I know it's maybe a stupid thing to say when you're 3-0 down, but I don't think Walker Peters has been bad. Here comes City. Oh, don't make it 4, please. Just stop. Max Kilman just wrestling Rico Lewis to the ground, and then he's asking what's going on. I mean, the most blatant free kick ever. Bill, thank you. That's very, very kind. Bill has donated through a super chat. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Connor said, I know we're going to lose, but it's still depressing. I agree. It has looked a bit depressing. There's just nothing. I just wanted some positives to take out of this game, but there's literally like none. There's no fight. We've got beat and very comfortably got beat. Yeah, Osbedian expected nothing and still disappointed. Yeah. Agree. Connor needs Sunderland to score to win the bet. Who are they playing? I can't recall. I know they're away from home. Anyway, Savino's on the ball. Oh, can you just... 5 minutes added on. Burnley have just scored. It's now Bournemouth 1, Burnley 1. They've just scored a last-minute equaliser. Broya has scored an equaliser at the Etihad Stadium. Not what we need, is it? Let's look at the live league table. Oh, we're still above them, even though they're getting a point. Burnley are going down. It's just a case of do we go with them or not. And at this point, it's... Every week my answer gets closer to yes. I'm just trying to remind myself that I'd written this game off anyway, but I don't know. I feel like the attitude from us bar 10 minutes, it's not good. It is not good at all. Thank you, flat bass. At least it's Christmas. That's not good. I don't like Christmas. But I appreciate the support. It was very generous of you. But that doesn't cheer me up. Shane, thank you very much. Happy Crimbo. Thanks for doing this. It's all, you don't have to thank me. It's my job. You don't have to thank me. I appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate it, but it's my job. I thank you for making it my job. Man City have a last-minute corner. Well, it's 2.5 minutes to go. There's still time for them to get another one. Jules, thank you. Keep your chin up. Have a lovely Christmas. I'll do my best. I do try and pretend to be happy. And it comes and Gavardi over the header there, nearly 4-0. I do try. I'll try tonight when Mrs. Gio comes back with a chippy tea. I'll just try and pretend I'm happy, but it's difficult, isn't it? It is difficult. We're pissing around with a goal kick. We're 3-0 down. We're pissing around as if it's 0-0 with half an hour to go or something. Just get this game done. I can't wait for the full-time whistle to go. It's not enjoyable in the slightest. Anyway, here they come. He's put it through for Haaland, and it's just wide. Just wide. He's going to wonder how he's not had a hat-trick today. He's probably had about 7 shots or something. Bazar's off, said football's crap, enjoy the company. Well, thank you. I appreciate the company. Hopefully there'll be at least 10 of you left when I do the review. Areola with a goal kick. A minute left of stoppage time at the Etihad. Souček's in. No, he's not. He's too slow. Oh, couldn't even muster up half a chance. Only 40 seconds of pain to sit through. Oh, Wilson's tried to nick it off Donnarumma. He's got away with it. We couldn't even do that. Magassa, nope. Bowen, nope. They've got away. Man City have wiggled out of it. Here they come. It could be 4. That's a really bad pass, so it won't be 4. 15 seconds to go. Come on, Baldy. Look at the ref. Hey, come on. Peep up. We don't want any more action. And surely it's full time now. Come on. Yeah, there goes the full time whistle. Let me get rid of that. Rudy, who's in the away end, he won the tickets on Patreon. That's a long journey for you, Rudy. Bloody hell. Listen, thank you so much. I'll be live in 2 minutes with the review. I know you don't want to sit around and listen to me being more miserable for another 10 minutes, but if you could, I would appreciate it, because the truth is, it's my job, and the more people that tune in, the better. That's the truth. But thank you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully next week when we play Fulham, it can be a bit more exciting. I'll be live tomorrow at some point with the debrief. Then I'll be live on Christmas Day with Charlie with the Christmas Day special. But if you don't mind sticking around, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in a bit.